Okay, here we are again, possibly for the final time with this game, possibly for the final time with my Nintendo Wii. I can't tell if I'm sad or relieved that we got through it before the Wii destroyed itself. Probably a little of A, a little of B. But the intro has played, so we'll wait a couple minutes, then we'll get started, so... Hey, Lifeblood, how you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, finale. I'm pretty sure today it's gonna be, so... We'll see what happens. Barring some crazy shenanigans, I'm pretty sure we'll finish it today, so... Yeah, finally. I knew this was gonna be a long project, honestly, going in, so I was like, it'll probably take like 6 weeks, and I mean, if I didn't get COVID, it would have taken 6 weeks, but... you know. Shit happens. Long as I'm not the fan that it hits, I think we'll be okay. Was it story finale, or is it the extra after the final boss? There's no bonus episodes for this playthrough, actually. I did all the side content that I wanted to do during the main game, so this is going to be the last episode. There's going to be no extra episode after we're done with this one. We'll just jump right into the next project, so... There was no show more button to click. I changed the future for the better. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Cefico. Well, glad to hear that things changed for the better then. How you doing? Welcome back. We're about to get started right now. Okay, that was a quick load. I guess the game wants to get this over with as well, and thankfully I am in the mood to oblige, because it's not that I want this game to end, it's that I don't want my Nintendo Wii to end before the game ends, because that would suck. So we're just going to end it, shall we? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to, most likely, going to be the finale of Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition. As I said in the little blurb before this intro, we did all the side content I wanted to do. So today, we're actually on the Hydra, and we're ready to take the fight directly to Galcian. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Enrique's here. I think I mentioned at the end of the last episode, if you need to get healed, he has supplies to fully heal you, so there you go. They did? You got a doctor and a dentist? Okay, well that's also good then, because I remember you were talking about that was a problem before, so hopefully they're good doctors and dentists for you. So, before we go into the Hydra though, I don't think I'm going to have enough time today to really show off all of the extra super moves that everybody has, so I'll just talk about them. In this particular case, I'll talk about Gilder's to start with, because I probably won't be seeing his. So Gilder's final super move is called the Claudia. It's essentially a slightly stronger Rain of Swords. He gets into the Claudia, his ship, and then he shoots the hell out of every enemy on the field, and it's like got an attack multiplier of 3 or something like that to all enemies, so basically 3 times his normal attack damage. It's pretty good. Like I said, probably won't be using it because we're tight on moonberries. Normally, at this point in the game, the enemies have dropped more moonberries, so you've got more than I've got, but I didn't take any time to actually go looking for them to drop that stuff, so yeah, we won't worry about it. Oh, you know, I don't think I used the Captain Strike from last time, did I? Let me see. Enrique, want to pass that Justice Shield skill recipe, buddy? Yeah, that would definitely make things easier, and by easier I mean completely trivialize a lot of stuff, but that's okay. We'll be fine without Justice Shield for a little while anyway. You know, Alfonso is not a bad guy, just a moron. Yeah, that was pretty much his entire character in a nutshell, and, well, he died, so bye, I guess, to Alfonso and the Empress. They didn't really survive the reigns. It didn't really end well for them. Let's see. I did take the white map off of Vice, right? Because I actually want to fight a few things in here. Yes, I did. Okay, good. So let's fight a few things in here, because this is probably where some of the toughest encounters in the game are. You'd think those would be in the final dungeon, but not quite. So we'll see what we can do about it. That's a chest over there. There's a total of 4 treasure chests here on the Hydra, and I mean, it's the flagship of Galcian's fleet, so if that doesn't scream dungeon that you can't come back to, I don't know what will. So if you're looking for an 100% treasure rating, definitely get all 4 of these, because it's not going to end well for you if you don't. So, okay, I think all of the enemies in here are yellow element, except for that one apparently. Assassin, he's blue. That's fine. We got a Marauder and a Defender. So, actually, in a fight like this, I mean, I think I'd like to use Pyrum, but that Marauder, I think if I remember right, they only use regular physical attacks, so we'll see how much HP he has, and then I might actually have a reason to use Skull Shield for once, so we'll see. I'm going to switch off to red on Aka and Fina. I don't think we'll get Pyrolin before the end game, but, I mean, might as well try for it. And then we'll see if Gilder can do some gunslinging, because, and by that I don't mean his actual gunslinger move, I mean use the marksman gun to inflict instant death, but we'll see. We already fight Silver Gigas, or is that thing already dead? We haven't fought the Silver Gigas yet. That's going to be in the end game. We have seen the Silver Gigas. It's the firing chamber. It's in the firing chamber for the Reigns of Destruction on Soltis, which is the lost silver continent. But yeah, we haven't actually defeated it yet. So that's a little later. Ow. Okay, well, that guy wasn't so tough. Just get a couple Pyrums in there, so. He was dumb as a pancake, so fate made him one. Yeah, something like that. A mech? Is it T-posing? Possibly. Assassin's just standing there, menacingly! Yeah. Well, he was. Now he's sitting his ass down, that's for sure. I think we're in good shape for now. I mean, I could Delta Shield, but why? Just bonk him upside the head. It'll be fine. Hit him with a weight. Bonk. Aw. I wanted to get that to KO. Oh well. This'll KO. What, Silver Gigas is a bullet? No, it's a plasma ball that they... I do too, Gilder. That they use as a priming mechanism for the laser that gets shot to the moon that causes the moonstones to rain down for the Reigns of Destruction. So... you'll see when we get to Soltis again. Because, well, spoiler alert, Soltis is the final dungeon. So, we'll be there soon enough. Let's see, well, we're not going that way. And that's a dead end. I'm so ready to finish the game up, I'm not even going to do 100% map completion this time. Take that, Final Fantasy IV DS. I'm kicking that habit. I'm so ready, I'm going to climb up this wall even though there's no ladder at the top of it. No, it's fine. So... the westmost door, so you can see there's 3 other dots on the map, 1 to our right and 2 to our left. The one leftmost out of all of those is the one that leads to Galcian. The rest of them lead to treasure chests, so let's go doing a little hunting, seeing what we can find here. And then we'll head for Galcian after that. This isn't a terribly long dungeon. There are quite a few cutscenes after the fact, and we do have to make a stop at Crescent Isle before I go to the final dungeon, but it should be okay. That's an empty room. About over here. This is an empty room. I've been bamboozled. Oh no! It's okay. Gives me an excuse to fight a couple of encounters so we can check out the enemies that are here. Some of them are pretty tough, actually. Like, there's a few here that can really kick your ass if you're not careful. Not these guys, though. These guys are pretty easy. Yeah, just hit the Marauder. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to Pyrum and I'm going to Noxus, because Noxus is actually super effective against the Assassins since they're blue element. So, it should do a little more damage. It's about as strong as Pyrum if I remember right. At least when they have a weakness. I might not be able to KO with Pyrum though, but that's okay. Wow, Vice, you are breaking up the turn order there, man. How did you go faster than Aka? That's like a low chance of happening. If they don't reward you well for map completion, don't bother. Yeah, that's what I mean, is I'm trying to kick the habit from Final Fantasy IV DS saying, well, we're going to give you small rewards across the whole game for map completion, and it's like, I don't wanna, but I want the items. So the Black Moon was destroyed as a result of the Rains of Destruction. I have a theory about how the Black Moon was destroyed. I don't think it was destroyed because of the Rains of Destruction, but we don't have definitive evidence yet to say how I think it was destroyed. We will by the end of the stream if I beat the game, but yeah, we'll get there. Bonk. Ever talk about how the concept of levels are just a gameplay element and not a thing in the game? So you mean, like, mechanically speaking, it seems silly that they would build a level in a certain way because it's like, no, people have to actually get around here, because I've heard that argument before, so I think it's plausible in some cases. Like, I don't know what a lot of the stuff here is for, but, and again, I'm not in the video game, so I couldn't, like, tell you if it's plausible that this is how the inside of a flagship should look, so. Some levels are a little silly, though. Like, some levels just end up, not even just in this game, but in several other games in general, can end up just being mazes for no reason, so... we have 8 moonberries now, by the way, and that's the last one I'm planning on collecting. So we will be able to buy Eika's and Fina's final moves before the end of the game. But out of those, I probably will only end up using Eika's final super move. Fina's is I've said it last time, it's a full party heal. It restores any knocked out allies to full HP, it restores everyone else to full HP, and it cures all status effects on your party. Negative ones, not positive ones, so. It's pretty good as an oh shit button, especially considering it only costs 18 SP to cast. So, it's pretty good. But ideally, we won't need to take advantage of it, because if we did, we'd be in a big pickle, so. Flashbacks to painstakingly completing maps in Star Ocean 3. Is Star Ocean 3 the, is that the one where you're on that planet, like you crash land on a planet? Because I had one for one of the Star Ocean games for the PS3, and I tried to like it. I kind of dug the aesthetic a little bit. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Xenosaga, which I never actually got to play because I never got a copy of it. But, yeah, it just, I don't know, it just really bored me. I don't know what it was about it. Like, it just bored me after a couple of hours of gameplay. I was like, I'm not having a lot of fun. But, I mean, I might just be, I'm probably just an exception to the rule, honestly. Or it might be like Wild Arms, where I picked the one that not as many people like Wild Arms 3 is generally, by Wild Arms fans, Wild Arms 3 is considered to be one of the low points of the series, so, you know. The PS2 one, the first 3D one. Yeah, you crash into a foresty place. Yeah, it's that one, yeah. So this must have been like the remaster or something on the PS3? I forget. So, alright, we're going towards Galcian. As in, why send low-level demons to catch the hero instead of sending some higher-level ones to properly stop him, to avoid the hero getting stronger? Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. I guess they heard you, though, because they sent out the Hydra Elite to fight us now. Yeah, remember the Executioner from the Valuan Coliseum? He's back as a palette swap, but he's back. I'm just gonna Cutlass Fury him right now because I don't feel like dealing with that shit. So, let's see, there's that, and then, do I need the Sacrum? No, not really. I mean, we'll just start working the Sorcerers over, I guess. Yeah, because Vice should be able to KO this guy with one Cutlass Fury. It's silver, so it's super effective against him, but we'll see. Then you go to a different medieval planet for a good portion of the game. SO3 is the one with the blue-haired kid and his brown-haired girlfriend at a resort. They deployed the Heavy Lobster, yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't remember if the one that I played was that one. I do remember landing the ship in a forest place, but I don't remember getting out of the forest, but that's probably because that was, you know, you don't get out of it until after I grew bored, so I don't know. This sounds like Subnautica. Boyfriend and girlfriend color swaps, you kind of hate this. Yeah, but like we said last time when we fought the Eliminator, which was the Sentinel palette swap, at least they gave it some time to breathe, basically. Like, it took them a long time before they resorted to a palette swap, I guess, is what I'm saying. So I'm okay with it. more okay with it than it is if it's like we just saw this enemy and now we're fighting it again, you know. Should I even use, like, all this stuff? I mean, I can't use Delta Shield. I could just Rain of Swords, but if I do that, I can't use... Well, I'll use Guard. Gilder, why don't you soften this guy up for me real quick, just in case he lives. He probably won't, but, you know, just in case. Uh-oh, looks like a storm's brewing. Sorry, I suddenly flashed to Tales of Vesperia when you cast Tempest for no reason. Okay, Vice will probably get Pyrolin, actually, because we're going to get plenty of magic experience between here and the final dungeon, so... Star Ocean 1 and 2 might have spaceships and forests too, only saw speedruns of those. Okay, gotcha. I mean, I guess they're called Star Ocean, so I guess it would make sense if they did, so... I don't know. I think we can just head for the end now, because we got all 4 of the treasure chests, so I'm not even going to bother going across that there bridge, because I don't think it leads to the end, if I remember right. Oh no, it does lead to the end. I've been bamboozled again. That's okay. Final Fantasy uses color swaps hard. Yeah, there's multiple palette swaps of enemy types in Final Fantasy games, especially the older ones, so... And I mean, I kind of understand. It's probably a limitation of the system, but, like... sometimes it gets a little grating, I guess. So, Noxus and get rid of the Assassins. You have to Delta Shield because of the Sorcerers. And then take care of these guys, and then we'll take care of the Sorcerers next turn. I mean, we don't have to Delta Shield. I mean, they mostly just use, like, Electrolen and, like... They use high-level spells, don't get me wrong, but they're not going to do enough damage to really justify using Delta Shield. I'm just doing it for the hell of it. Alright, so Vice will take this guy out. I hope he's not superstitious because he's going straight to hell. And then Gilder might get this guy with a death proc? Nope, okay, that's fine. Sometimes the death proc is finicky and decides not to be a participant, but that's okay. That's okay if it doesn't. Let's see. Could use Wevlum. I mean, we bothered to get it. I might as well, right? Yeah, let's actually just use that. And then we'll use Crystalline on this Sorcerer over here. The Assassin should get taken out by... I'm just going to do it with Gilder, but the Assassin should get taken out by Wevlum as long as he doesn't move. Yeah. Goodbye. Splash. I did bamboozle myself, that's true. Again, it's happened twice already. It's only been 15 minutes. Creates 1 sprite. Yep, that's half the bestiary covered. Yeah, something like that. Execute him, Gilder. That was not necessary, but sure, I'll take it. Show off all the spells before we say farewell to them, yeah. Might as well, right? Could also show off Electrum since we didn't get to see that yet.
I wish they were all that easy.
We can do it in a little bit. I think I might get a better chance to use Electrum in the final dungeon, so we'll see. Hey, Conquer, yeah, been a little while. Long time no see. Hope you've been doing good. It's going pretty good for us here. Oh, another Moonberry. Nice. We're probably going to be beating the game today, actually. We're in the second to last dungeon now, but we're almost done with it, actually. I just need to head up here and head back across the bridge, and I think we're at the boss, so... Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Again, hopefully you're doing pretty good as well. Let's see. Here, not here. Because I think you got to climb down from here. Yeah, and then there's a door, like, nearby. So, if you have the data to change color, stats, and a name, then they can give it a new design. Yeah, I mean, I would agree in most cases. Again, with older games, it's a limitation to the system because they don't have enough space for all of that stuff, but so they end up just swapping the colors because it uses less data, I think. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so I couldn't tell you exactly, but I would imagine having something look similar and just, you know, being a color swap would be, like, it would use less data, but I could be wrong about that. I'll have Gilder hit the Defender, I think. And, you know what, I might just double Noxus. We'll see if that KOs them. Because that's super effective on the Assassins, so let's not leave them with a sliver of health here. Oh, one of them was guarding. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, a random moonberry drop. Nice. Works in our favor. It does still leave him with a sliver of health. Okay. I mean, I could have gotten a low roll, I guess, but... He really doesn't like us casting Noxus, though, because here's Silenus. I'll just use Cupel's weight then, that's fine. If the Marauders came in a large group, by the way, instead of it just being the one, I would be using Skull Shield each turn because they can only use physical attacks, so then we could just completely nullify anything they could do with that, and then we'll go from there. I guess we're seeing Electrum when this guy uses it, though, so I might not necessarily need to cast it. It's pretty good when the enemies are weak to it, but it's not pretty good because it's a line AoE in a game where you can't control where the line goes, so... I don't know, I'm not a big fan of it, I guess. Excuse me. Bonk. It's unfortunate that that Moonberry we just got's definitely not going to be enough to, like, get us another move. So. But it all works out. I'll talk about the other moves that we can get. So. Oh, you can get another bonk on the head with the weight. Before we execute him from point-blank range. Gilder, it's not a shotgun. You don't need to use it like that, but, I mean, I guess
I wish they were all that easy.
Alright, Vice is level 41. Not bad. Doing pretty good, I guess. And he'll probably get Pyrolen from the boss fight, unless I find something else on the way there. Do I need to heal? I guess I could heal, well, everyone except Aika. She hasn't taken damage yet, which is good. Yeah, I'll do one more. I got a couple of magic due from this dungeon, so I can use that to top off, even though Aika has Epsilon Mirror. Unless I run into a fight where I can actually use Epsilon Mirror here, in which case, well, we'll have an extra magic due. That is 3 Hydra Elites. Hello. Okay, so... I mean, honestly... Cutlass Fury and everybody else guard, because these guys hit like a train, so... At least, they do if they use their special attack. Like, you remember how the guy in the Colosseum had Tackle that he could use on you? Oh, I didn't even kill him. Great. But yeah, these guys have an upgraded version of that Tackle move. They also have Sonic Boom. Ow. It's a big sonic boom. It's like a cone AoE. It's probably the only cone AoE in this game. Alright, well, we'll definitely take that guy out with Cutlass Fury next turn, so... I could Rain of Swords even, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'll just do this. And, I should probably Sacrum, actually. Do that, and then defend, and then you can take this guy out. Everyone prays to the moons, which can be seen at day. Imagine someone randomly prays to the sun and gets burned for being a heretic. Yeah, that wouldn't be so good for that person, that's for sure. Yeah, Guile's theme starts playing, something like that. Just turn off the battle music and turn on some Street Fighter music, why not? Oh yeah, Street Fighter always has a good soundtrack. It pretty much doesn't matter which game. You could pretty much just plug it in and jam. So, I would agree. Okay, they haven't used the move, so I guess we might be getting off scot-free from having to deal with it. Maybe. Perhaps. Guard. Shoot. In case Vice doesn't kill the guy. He did kill the guy. Good. But yeah, if you're not guarding and they use their move, it's called Death Tackle now. It can deal like 2,300 damage to a line in front of them, basically. So it's a little sketchy, but we'll be okay. There's Pyrolen. Not that we're going to use it, but it's there. It costs 10 SP to cast, by the way, so it's a little more intensive than Pyrum. And you get more damage out of you get more damage out of Pyrez and Pyrum together, rather than just casting a single Pyrolen, and they cost the same amount of SP, so yeah, I don't think it's worth it. But the rest of the Pyre spells are pretty good, so... Okay, so now we'll use a Magic Dew. Not that I really need it, because I'm not going to use magic in the next fight, but I'll I mean, I'll top off anyway, might as well. Okay, and let's do a little bit of equipping, so we're ready for the next fight. The Vorlich Blade, everything here is good. Want to stay silver on that one. You need the Warrior's Heart. The next boss is Yellow Element, so there's no, like, stuff that I can equip to nullify or reduce the damage other than just stacking defense as best as I can with the defensive aura and all that. We don't need Constitution Gem because all of his status effects, as far as I'm aware, can be blocked by Delta Shield, so we'll just give Gilder the... I'll just give him the Ancient Bracer. What the hell, right? Alright, and that's that. Let's save, and then after this, we will move right along. So we can fight the boss in this area. Critical hit, is that a guaranteed crit standard attack? No, he can just regularly attack. It's just he got lucky. He got a high roll on his crit, I guess. Yeah, hello, engine room to blow up. Exactly. There you go. Did some research because you were curious. Okay, lay it on me. What did you research? Engine rooms or something else? I'll fill this out. It's just a circle. Oh, I've been bamboozled because it's going to force me to walk around the whole circle. Okay. That's fine. Well, we got some good RNG because the enemies didn't attack me in the save room. So up we go. Let's go confront Galcian once and for all. You can't actually beat Ramirez, which is disappointing. I don't know where you researched that. But I think your information's a little off base, Lifeblood, but... Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, because the final boss is inside of that bridge, but I guess we gotta break the door down. Boss fight against a door? That's just great. Or not. I guess he wants to come out and greet me personally. Well, it saves me the trouble of breaking in. Wouldn't have to add that to my list of value as most wanted. No breaking and entering for me. Last time we met face to face, you ducked and ran before we could get to you, but it's not going to be like the train car in Valua. This is different now. I'm stronger than I was before. You can't actually destroy the Green Gigas if you don't do the special command. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I remember reading that you can beat it traditionally if you don't get it stuck in the ditch, so... I guess it's only Recumen if you do that that's left. Well, that's what I do. I'm a blue rogue, and you're evil! Give it to him, Vice, right between the eyes. And what's that? Well, that sounds like something we can do. And we can do it right now, actually. I don't think you understand the order of operations here, Galcian. Because you're about to feel my wrath. My pirate's wrath. About 4 times, and then you'll be dead, so... Alright. Let's go fight Galcian to free the world from his tyranny. Okay, so first things first, same thing as usual, basically. We're gonna glyph up. He does have access to the ability to dispel your buffs, though, so be a little careful. I mean, still use the glyphs, because the dispel attack that he uses isn't very weak. But, yeah, I would still use it just because it's easier to do it that way. I'm actually going to glyph up on everyone except Gilder. I don't think Gilder needs it. He's got enough HP, but everybody else is kind of... Well, Vice is fine, but we want Vice to have a glyph so that he can deal lots of damage, so... Yes, for boss time, indeed.
Let's try this.
Your research was a YouTube video where the guy was level 99 and Ramirez stops taking damage at around 50% of his health. That sounds like a bug, actually. I don't know about that one. Oh, you mean on the island? Okay, I thought you were talking about the whole game. I was like, wait a minute. No, if it's on the island, yeah. Yeah, you can't beat him. That part is correct then. Sorry, I misunderstood. Terminal? Sounds like what you're gonna feel like in a minute, Galcian, but I'm probably gonna feel it pretty hard between the eyes in about 2 seconds. Who's he hitting? Why is he blowing up all of his own ships? Aka. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Ow! Yeah, it's gonna hurt. I'm glad we're faster than him, because that will make things a lot easier to deal with later. Guess who had to start doing stuff immediately after sending their last message? I think it starts with O and ends with Conquer. Sorry to hear that, Conquer, but hopefully you're back enough to where you can watch now. Welcome back. The above reason in babysitting is mainly why you haven't been around lately. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it happens, but it still sucks that it has to happen, you know? So, I feel for you. But we're at the boss fight now, so at least that's nice. Okay, so we need to get Aka a heal. We also need to Delta Shield. Fina, why don't you do the healing? Because we've got some Sacralin crystals. That should go pretty good. And then Gilder, do you want a glyph? Maybe I'll give you a glyph, and then we'll start focusing with you so we can use Pirate's Wrath more. It's got about 22,000 HP, so we want to get him down to about... I want to get him down to about 3,000 if I can, because I'm going to do a bit at the end of this fight, basically. So we're going to use an attack that we haven't used yet in the game. So you can lock enemies that use cleansing by buffing and lock them into cleansing. Yeah, yep, exactly. So, like, that's the idea of why we're using all these glyphs, is because we're trying to tempt him into using that, because if he's using the attack that dispels my buffs, I can just reapply them, and it doesn't do hardly any damage, so it's kind of to make it so that we have a less powerful attack to deal with on the next turn, essentially. So
This should work.
and here you thought this guy had over-the-top animations. He just jumped up skyward into the air and decided, nope, I'm just gonna bomb my entire armada. So he has access to Electroland, Eternum, and I think Drillnos, if I remember right, as well. So we want to be a little careful of that, which is why I'm throwing up Delta Shield the whole time. Okay, we're good. We can just focus and focus. Very good, very good. I think Fina gets 3 focus now, 3 spirit from her focus. I think that happened the last episode, so that's kind of nice, actually. It'll make things a lot easier, because now it's not like she's less optimal than anybody else, you know. So. Attaboy, just keep casting Eternum. One of these days you'll get through my Reflect. One of these days. So if I did my math correctly, I think I need to do 2 Cutlass Furies and 2 Pirate's Wraths, and that'll take him down to about where I want him to be on HP before I do my bit. We shall see if that's the case. I also got to see what he's going to do, but, you know, we'll do that in a bit. Yeah, I'll do the Pirate's Wrath now. Or no, you know what? I'll do the Pirate's Wrath now, because it's that way I can do my big damage so I don't accidentally knock him out before I do my bit that I want to do, so. I probably could defend with Fina as well, but she's got enough HP to survive it, so. Like, if she gets hit by Terminal, she's got enough HP now to survive it, so. Sorry, I was just checking OBS because I looked out of the corner of my eye and saw a little orange box, which is not good. That particular orange box doesn't have Portal or Team Fortress in it, so it's not the one that I want. Okay, I might just do a regular physical attack, actually, because that should take him down to the point where I'm good for the bit that I want to do. Then I'll just have to survive, that's all. Which might be a bit of a tall order, considering this. But we'll see. This isn't his only super move. He has a couple of other ones. The one that dispels your buffs is one of them, and then he has one that's basically like Counter-Strike as well. So, it's, I mean, it can get a little hectic, but we'll be okay. Alright, so we'll do a regular physical attack. We will Delta Shield. I want to heal Aka, so we'll use a Sacralin Crystal to do that. And then we'll focus up. And we want to get our SP bar completely filled to the top, because when we fill it to the top, we gain access to a couple of special moves that we haven't used yet. And I'm going to use one of them, because it just seems appropriate for this guy. So. By the way, Aka and Fina are about twice as fast as Galcian, so I'm pretty sure there's like almost no chance that he'll get his turn before them, so that's one of the reasons why I used all those Sylph Seeds, just to make it so much more likely. Ow. Okay, here is the Dispel move, actually. I don't know why it's not just called Destruction. Everybody else calls it Destruction when they use it, but his is called Niglora. I don't know what the point of that name is, but it chugs the hell out of the frame rate, so That's just great.
Destroy them.
Yeah, so the damage isn't very high, but it's basically Lunar Winds. It doesn't do much damage, but it does dispel your buffs, so... A little unfortunate, but we've got enough HP to live, so now all we gotta do is... probably have Gilder focus and everybody else guard, and I think we'll be good. Except for you, you need to Delta Shield. And then we'll be good. No, you know what? I'm going to have Vice focus as well, just to make sure we top it off because of the Delta Shield. So we'll have Fina guard, and then Gilder can focus. I'm not too concerned about damage that we take this turn because, well, next turn we'll be able to fix it. So. Is he a Disgaea boss? I don't know. What qualifies as a Disgaea boss exactly? I haven't played any Disgaea, so I couldn't tell you. Alright, we're good. So now we've unlocked our crew specials, and I have one very particular move that I would like to use on you, Galcian, because you are a tyrant, and now I will show you the power of social democracy. Jump this man!
This is what I came for. Get a load of these! I never...
He thought it was just us, but the crew came with us. Okay, Marco, I could do without the disease bubble that you just pulled out of your nose. Good boy! So all of the blue ones are attacks there, and all of the red ones are heals. For every attack, it does approximately 10 times your SP in damage, and for every heal, it's approximately 10 times your SP in healing. We're at a little over 50, so each one of these should do about 530 damage or 530 HP to restore it, so... Yeah, we had shurikens, we had wrenches, we had a little bit of everything in that attack. And yeah, 3,700 damage to finish him off, and it'll top you off on your HP pretty good, too. Not bad. Not bad, crew. Worked out pretty nicely.
I wish they were all that easy.
Damn, the disrespect from Gilder. I'll take it. If he's gonna disrespect anybody, it should be Galcian, so. And he gave us a good amount of money, too. Give us a good amount of experience. I think Aka's gonna level up from it. Elfina's gonna level up as well, so Vice will be a little bit before a level, but that's okay. We will get there. Just let it tick on down. Just enough for Aka. Nice. Alright, and that takes care of Galcian. He gives us a value in Medallion. It's a pretty good accessory, but I don't know why we need it. I mean, we just beat the final boss, right? Yeah, I can't even lie about that. I already said there's another dungeon after this. Yeah, I wish they were all that easy. It was easy, that's true. Luckily for him, he's not fighting the extra bosses, yeah. I mean, the ones that we have left, you could battle them, but it'd basically be exactly the same as like a lot of the other secret boss fights we've done, which is Justice Shield, Delta Shield spam, so... That's why I didn't really want to do them, because we got enough of that from fighting Piastol and all the others, so... I don't think you have a choice anymore, Galcian. Yeah, this is the end for you. Taking you in, or we're throwing you into Deep Sky and letting you, you know, decompress. Literally. I don't think there's a war. I think you're trying to make a war that doesn't exist. Where's the bridge? Oh my god, he programmed an escape pod into the top of the bridge? What the hell, man? I guess he became the head of the Armada for a reason. He has a contingency plan for everything. So back to the ship so we can blow him out of the sky before he runs away like a looper? That sounds like a good plan. Guys, we shouldn't stand here looking dumb. We should get back to the ship. I wish I could say... I mean, I thought so too, Vice, but apparently not. I wish I could say we could just let the crew shoot him out of the sky, but I brought the crew with me. Damn! I see that, but what do you want me to do? Everyone's here, not on the ship. Yeah, adios, blue suckers. Very repetitive and methodical, yeah. That's why watching RPGs is kind of very boring. And that's kind of the thing with this game, is by the end game, a lot of the strategies become very samey. So I can understand how it get a little boring, but... So what are we supposed to do now? We've played all our cards, and he had one extra one. Oh, but maybe we had one extra one? Oh, that's Belize's ship. What's she doing here? Oh, the sad music's playing. I know what she's doing here. Oh, boy. Yes, I do think, Gilder. The sad music's playing. Can't you hear it? Yeah, that is Anne's statement. Belize is about to make another one. Yeah, funny how that happened. I could have sworn you were trying to kill her. Yeah, that wasn't very nice of you. Wasn't the kind of respectable thing an Armada member used to do. But then again, you aren't a member of the Armada anymore.
Goodbye, my love.
Are you?
What?
Holy shit. Well, I hate to make light of the moment, but after several hours of unresolved sexual tension, Beliza finally got to ram Galcian. She just took it way more literally than I think either of them expected. Well, there she goes. So again, sorry to make light of the moment. She's actually like one of my favorite characters in this game, precisely because of that moment. Because she had to take hours and hours of gameplay to decide, no, sometimes my style of not killing anyone just doesn't work because they won't stop. So I just have to take up arms and fight them. And it takes her entire life to do that. Like, that's powerful. And yeah, she did. So, well, I guess that, you know, takes care of Galcian. Of course, there's still this shithead to deal with, but, well, he's gonna be a little unhappy about what just happened, I think. Yeah, a little unhappy. I never even took any pictures! How can I simp for him now that he's dead?
Why?
Guess she was the dom of the two, yeah. Thanks for joining in, Sephico. My roast of Beliza is complete. Yeah, really? I know. It's the low-hanging fruit sometimes. Hey, just because it's low-hanging doesn't mean it can't be tasty. You gonna collect yourself now, or are you just gonna mauld about it? Oh, he's just gonna mauld about it. That face is just the face of maulding. Yeah, cry, bitch, cry! Cope and seethe, and okay, maybe don't do that because you kind of have a weapon of mass destruction on your hands. Because if you're coping and seething and maulding, you could also kill all of us with it, so, oh boy. Is it time to finally test my theory and see if the Moonstone Cannon breaks through the barrier? Because if we don't, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have another genocide on our hands right now. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog is pissed. Shadow's cool, at least. Yeah, yeah, Ramirez doesn't really... I mean, I liked Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2. I thought his character was well developed, so... I can't speak for the later games because, I don't know, I didn't really like them as a whole, but... Speaking of not liking them as a whole, what's wrong with the Silver Elders now? Oh. That's what's wrong with the Silver Elders. Man, Beliza just started a fucking trend, didn't she? Good lord. Finally decided to show up, huh? Oh. Well, they're gonna show up, but it's not for long. Yeah. I mean, you started from nothing, you'll end with nothing. That's like your whole philosophy, isn't it? I can't tell if the whole place is coming down or if he's crying. I think the whole place is coming down, but maybe a little of both. Yeah, maybe you should have lowered those standards, like, a while ago. I'm glad that you're finally understanding at the end of your life, though. So that was Ramirez's room right there that we never got to visit. There's Fina's room. fitting that the doll is collapsing at the moment of their demise. Well, good. I'm glad you had a change of heart. I will do the best I can, elders, if you prevent them from blowing us up with the rains, so, yeah. I think I know how they're gonna do that, though. Yes, a life of mistakes redeemed by a dying breath of clarity, and sometimes that's all you need, honestly, just to make their characters more developed. I wanted to give the game a minute to breathe there because they did something very cinematographic again with that. Cinematic, I guess is the best word. Where they just had no audio happening over the whole thing to kind of indicate, no, this is their sacrifice. Just let it go. So, again, I think that this game does a good job with its cinematography considering its age, so. Oh, I know that shape. Well, as it turns out, by blocking the rains directly back at Soltis, it kind of destroyed the Dome of Light. I suppose it would make sense that the only thing that could destroy the dome was the weapon it was trying to protect, so. This bitch is just worthless. So he could either use Fina's Moon Crystal or he could use his own to use on the Rains of Destruction. So I would imagine there he was going to use his own, but then it was blocked, so it didn't. Or he already had another one, like he killed one of the other elders. So, I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, and the last of their legendary species dies. Yeah, so Fina's the last one left, unfortunately. A moon prism power! She is the last of her kind. Gotta continue her bloodline, Vice. Steffi, no! I think that's going to happen whether we want it or not, to be honest. I mean, Vice has practically got a threesome going here. So, yeah, Beliza and the Elders sacrificed themselves along with whoever else may have died along the way here in our attack. We got to make it so their sacrifice isn't in vain. I know that voice. You just love your dramatic entrances, don't you, Captain? Made it over here, huh? I guess he docked after the whole battle was over. Well, yeah, that makes sense. You cut off the head. In this case, 2 more don't grow back. Yeah, it looks like the dome is destroyed, and, well, Shrine Island's still there, so... Yep, it just decayed more because it was up here instead of in the bog of deep sky. Alright, Drachma's coming with us! Yes! Actually, even though Enrique's saying the rest of us will wait here on the ship, his second sense is more appropriate. You can take any of the 3 final characters that you want with you into Soltis, and at this point, if you want to go do side quests or go grind for levels or do anything else, you can get Drachma, you can get Gilder, or you can get Enrique and take whichever one with you want. So, if there's a particular one that helps you fight a certain boss, usually Enrique, you can take him with you. If you want to take somebody else, take him with you. So you have a choice now, and that's why I bought all that equipment, because now we can outfit all of our characters, so. We'll be prepared, Gilder. Don't you worry about that. I gotta go back to Crescent Isle and buy supplies and switch the flag, but after that we'll head into Shrine Island. Yes, more party members! Unfortunately, all 6 of them can't come with us, but it would be nice. Alright, so we're going to go into Upper Sky so I can get away from the encounters. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Now that Soltis has the Dome of Light destroyed, probably the shockwave was something else, because if we look at the world map now, it feels like something's missing, doesn't it? Yeah, all of the sky rifts that were in the world are gone now, like all of the clear ones that were there. The only ones that are left are the Dark Rift and then the stone reefs that were around before. But the regular sky rifts, they're gone. Soltis blew them away with the Rains of Destruction when it just did that. And that probably means that if you're going to go discovery hunting, any of the ones that were being blocked into a certain area by sky rifts, they probably have a wider range of travel now. So good luck with that one. Oh boy. But yeah, so since we don't have to worry about that, let's just head back to Crescent Isle, buy some supplies, and then we'll head into Soltis, and we'll call it a day. Well, we'll finish the game, and then we'll call it a day, you know, so. We cut off the head of a Hydra. That is a bad idea. I will choose Drachma. I've had Gilder in the party for a little bit. We had Enrique in the party for, like, most of the game, so we're bringing Drachma with us. He's my favorite of the three, to be honest, so. Hey, DC Junkie, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Think the Skyrifts disappeared with the emergence of Soltis? That's possible. Yeah, maybe I just didn't look at the map, so... But you could be right. They could have disappeared before this. I just only notice it now, because I sometimes go wandering around the world after this. Like, I think at this point, after you go into Soltis the first time, you can unlock the 3 secrets. Like, if you go in and you fight the final Wanted battle, you can unlock the 3 secrets. So then I go wandering around the world, and I'm like, oh, where'd the Skyrifts go? Look at the map, and it's like, oh, they're just gone. So, yeah. But yes, welcome to the stream. We're gonna beat the game today. We only have Soltis left to do, so I'm not gonna be completing it 100%. I won't be getting the 3 secrets, but if you wanted to get the 3 secrets, you would have to go fight the other 4 wanted battles. So Dicokia, the Ixanes demons, Loose Cannon Lapin, and Lord Zivil Bane. Lord Zivil Bane is actually inside of Soltis. There's a maze inside Soltis where he will be. So, yeah, you basically go find him, and then you can leave Soltis and turn it in. And once you've done that, if you've found all of the discoveries, you can then go get the 3 secrets. You can get a more ultimate than ultimate weapon for Vice. It's better than the Vorlik Blade. There's a hidden 89th discovery that you can find that's worth a lot of money. And there's a secret boss fight that you can fight, which is against Vigoro. And he's basically the same as he was on Dangrel Island, except a little tougher. So, yeah. Did I equip everything before I talk to Ilkemis and sell off all my excess gear and then buy a bunch of Paranta seats? Let me see if I equipped everything here. We actually don't need to sleep because I actually still have maxed out HP and everything else, so that's good. The map looks better in empty. I mean, yeah, I guess it's, you know, it's up to preference. I kind of like the Sky Rifts because it made the world feel a little bit more confined, so then when you were finally able to break through them, it was like, wow, the world really opens up. But, I mean, that's, you know, different strokes for different folks. I did not see the Black Looper, actually. That's another thing that you can do at this point, because once Soltis opens up, you can go back into the Dark Rift, and you can fight Elcian, which is the Black Moon Looper, in a regular battle. The only reason why I haven't gone in there is because we never got a black map drop from any of the loopers we've fought, and if I don't have a black map equipped, the Black Moon Looper will run away on turn 1, so we're probably not going to go fight him. Because I won't be able to kill him before he leaves, so, yeah. Let's see. I think we're good on all the ship stuff, honestly. I can get rid of the one X cannon. We don't need that anymore, so... And, yeah, all this stuff is pretty good, I think. I don't think we have anything else to stick on right yet. Still need another deck, and we still need another gun, like secondary cannon, but other than that, I think we're okay. Alright, so let's sell off all of our excess that we don't need, and then after that, we will, well, we'll go change the flag, and then we'll head for Soltis, so don't need the Thunder Cutlass anymore, so let's get rid of that. If I can get to 50,000 gold, that would be perfect, but I don't know if I'm going to get that far. We'll see. I think I'm just going to sell the Value in Medallion. It's not bad. It gives you good defense and magic defense, and it negates the effects of instant death. So it's pretty good, but it's worth a lot of money, and I need it for seeds. So since I'm probably not going to equip it, I'm just going to get rid of it. Let's see. That's all good. We got an extra X cannon, so let's get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of the crystal. Oh, we have 2 extra X cannons because I have the moon cannon now. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm going to get rid of the crystal cannon. We probably don't need it. I don't plan on ever using it, so. Still hoping that your Wii just spontaneously dies. Damn, Lifeblood, that's evil. We'll see what happens. I've only got about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes left of the game, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully you didn't just jinx it. There, I knocked on wood, so now we should be okay. Yeah, so we're going to keep the Silver Arm and the Vengeance Armor, because I'm actually going to equip that on Drachma in a minute once we get him in the party. And I'll show you how to do that in just a minute as well once we get back on the ship. So, let's see, we'll do that. Do I want 1 Glyph of Speed? I might want 1 Glyph of Speed for the final boss fight. Nah, it'll be fine. I don't think I'll need it. All right, Paranta Seeds a go-go. Let's buy 10. I don't need more than that. 10 is fine. All right, there we go. I mean, I am evil. Of course it's not nice! I'm fucking evil! Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Let's see. So 10 Paranta Seeds a go-go. Here you go, Vice. Just give you a few steroids before the final battle, that's all. 250 power now, perfect. And he's got 530 attack with the Captain's Hat and the Vorlic Blade, so... This is pretty good. You knocked on steel to counter the knock on wood. Damn. What else can I do for good luck? Oh, I can go pet my dog. That's fine. Raka's not here yet, so Raka can't pet their cat for the anti-luck. Alright, so we'll swap off. We've used all 3 of the flags once we have Vices here, so we'll have Vices be the one that we use for the final little section here. There we go. It's not bad. I like it. It's just... I don't know. I liked Fina's because it was more on point, considering the ship is named after an Arcadian dolphin, so, yeah. I would sleep. If you want to go sleep, you can just go sleep in Vice's room for free, but we don't need to because everything is in good shape. So I think that's all of our preparations complete. We've got all the equipment we want. We just need to get Drachma in the party, and once we do that, we can go to Soltis and finally finish this bad boy up. Well... It's going to take a little bit to get through the dungeon, but you know what I mean. Hey, Murray, how's it going? Welcome back. Took a nap after work and we're out for about 2 hours. Oh, you have a cat as well, Lifeblood. Okay, so you can counteract my good luck when I pet the dog. There you go. But how you doing, Marie? Welcome back. We finished up the Hydra while you were gone. We indirectly killed Galcian, and by indirectly killed Galcian, I mean Beliza sacrificed her life and destroyed his escape pod with her ship by ramming into it and blowing them both up. So that was fun, and then Ramirez tried to use the Rains of Destruction to murder all of us, and then the Silver Elders dropped on top of the Rains of Destruction like a meteor from space, and killed themselves, sacrificed themselves to destroy the Dome of Light, which means Soltis is now open to us, and we can head that way. So that's where we're going. So you missed a lot, is what I'm saying. Yeah, Beliza's dead. Fuck this game. I think it's a good way to end off her character. I mean, it would have been nice if she lived, but she was kind of a tragic character from the start, honestly. And again, she's one of my favorite characters in the game, precisely because it takes her so long to finally say, no, I can't just win this by doing what I've always done. I'm going to have to fight, and I'm going to probably have to die in order to get what we want, which is the world being saved. So, yeah, I think it was appropriate based on her involvement in the plot. It's sad, but I think it's still appropriate based on her involvement in the plot, so... Yes, the plot demands everyone sacrifice themselves now. Just ritualistic seppuku, yeah. Alright, so before we go too far here, I'll get over Shrine Island and Soltis before we go in, I gotta swap out some party members here. There it is! Soltis. And Shrine Island is right down there below the ship, so if you want to change your party members out, this is how you do it. So you go to the bridge, and then you go find the party member in question, and you basically say, hey, you want to join my party? And then, once they do, you can swap out whoever you have in the party for that person. So we're going to go do that, because Gilder is currently in our party, but I'm going to switch him out, because we had Enrique for a long time. Gilder's done some work here for us in the past couple episodes, but I guess he got the least amount of screen time out of anybody, but that's okay. And Drachma is, well, in order of characters that I like as my fourth party member from least to most, it goes Enrique, then Gilder, then Drachma. Drachma's my favorite fourth. In any situation that I can bring him with me, he's my favorite of the three. Sometimes the game doesn't let me because it has stuff where I need to use Justice Shield, or Aura of Denial. But, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't let me, but I try, so... This concludes the fact that Ramirez is stronger than Galcian and also confirms him to be a simp. Yeah, he hasn't exactly done anything to deny those claims. Okay, so Enrique sometimes spawns in here, but most of the time he spawns out on the deck, so I guess I should have just gone there first. Feel like no one wrote Beliza correctly? I heavily disagree with you. I think she's written perfectly considering her character and what she's supposed to do for the plot, but again, it's subjective. It's different strokes for different folks, so. I think she had just enough screen time to develop her character enough to say, hey, this is who I am, this is what my ideas of the world are, and then have those ideas forced away from her and have her struggle with the fact that everyone around her is completely against the way she does things, and then realize, no, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to do things this way, so. But anyway, yeah, you can talk to Enrique, you can talk to Gilder, talk to Drachma, and just take them with you to Soltis. And I'm going to tell Enrique I'm going to take him, but I'm not going to take him, so. But he'll join your party, and there you go. For Gilder, I already showed you basically the equipment that I would have on Gilder for the final dungeon. Marksman gun, silver armor, constitution gem. He should be in good shape. For Enrique, I wanted to bring him into the party so I could talk about his final super move, since we talked about Gilder's already. So Enrique's final super move is called the Judgment, and before I talk about the Judgment, I'm going to take a drink of water. So remember the Colosseum in Valua. In another thing you might remember about Valua, we've seen it the most probably in this episode, is that they have a dragon motif on their logos. So a lot of their ships have the Valuan logo on it. It has a dragon on it. Most notably, when we were fighting Galcian, the bridge had that gigantic dragon logo printed onto it. So Enrique, in his final super move, summons the dragon that is the patron animal of Valua and crashes it into one enemy, dealing lots of damage. It has a higher attack multiplier than Pirate's Wrath. It has like an 8 times multiplier for his normal attack, but Enrique generally has less strength than Vice, so in almost all situations it'll deal less damage than Pirate's Wrath will, even though it has a higher multiplier. But it's less SP, so that's nice if you want to do it that way, if you've been raising Enrique for strength. So. Oh, you mean you writing her name? Any of us writing her name, gotcha. Had a feeling this game was giving you Mega Man X command mission vibes, but you're hoping the female villain wouldn't die this time. Yeah, no, I don't think so. They wouldn't let you have it. Nobody's on your side. Guess you'll kamikaze the boss. I mean, it is an effective method. I mean, yeah, Beliza just did it, so. As for Enrique, as you can see, when the fourth party member is taken out of your party, they get unequipped of everything except their weapon, so. But for Enrique's equipment, I'd keep the Serpent Strike. It's his best weapon. Give him the Robe of Faith, because it gives him extra dodge. And good defense, magic defense. The extra hit is nice. And then I would give him the defensive aura, but I have that on Fina right now, so... Excuse me, let's just move that, because she's going to have the Jade Swirl for the dungeon. I'm actually going to give Aka the Moon Dust Ring, because she's going to have that for the dungeon. And then for Enrique, I'd give him the defensive aura, because, well, Justice Shield exists, so... You could give him the Warrior's Heart, though, if you want. Might not be too bad. So that's how I'd equip him. And now let's go see Drachma, because he's the one that's coming with us. Yeah, we're a few moonstones short of a full crystal sometimes, Drachma, but sometimes that's what makes this fun. So, you said you wanted to come with, so let's let you come with. It'll be one final hurrah for the old dude. Off topic, but you finally got around to beating Mass Effect 1 and have started Mass Effect 2 somewhat recently. Nice, Conker, that's good. That's, I hope you enjoyed them, especially if you played the remastered version of Mass Effect 1, because I heard that the combat changes in that one made it a lot more fun for people, so... Yes, oh look, it's the return of Spirit Charge, yes. And that's why I love Drachma, because with Spirit Charge, we can practically use Pirate's Wrath every single turn. So get ready for that! And yes, he will be able to crack some skulls with that big old arm. We actually have a new arm for you, so... One last hurrah, Drachma. Let's do this. And like Enrique, he comes in at level 38. But Jesus fuck, look at that HP total. Yeah, Drachma is an all-or-nothing kind of character. He goes all in on the HP, attack, and defense. And he just has nothing in the MP or will department at all. And he's really slow as well. That'll come in handy for us later, as you'll see. His final super move, while I'm talking about them, is the most SP-intensive move in this entire game. It costs 25 SP to use, but it's basically the physical version of Eternum. It costs no MP to use, and basically it has an 100% chance of inflicting instant death if the enemy is not immune to it. If they are immune to it, it has an attack multiplier of 9, so it's even stronger than Pirate's Wrath. And with Drachma's strength, he can actually out-damage Vice with it. It's really powerful, but it's also incredibly SP intensive as a result, so I'm not going to end up buying it because Drachma's pretty much going to be using Spirit Charge exclusively while we're here. I'll have him do something else at one point, but we'll get to that when we get to that, so. Yeah, that is disgusting, I know. I'm going to take advantage of it, though. Remaster was fun. You managed to flip the makeover rail on Vermeer, which was actually kind of funny. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's always fun to dick around with the Mako, so. Yeah, we got him a silver arm, so that'll help out with him. But I'm going to build Drachma for full counterattacks, as you'll see in a second. We're going to give him the Vengeance armor, which increases his counter rate by, I think, 20%? I think it's a base of 20%. This increases it by 20%. The counter bracer increases it by 10 and gives him enough accuracy to actually hit everything when he tries to hit them. So, and then he's going to be guarding, which increases it by, I think, an additional 25%. So it's like 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 25. If I did my math right, he should be able to counterattack 75% of the time that he's attacked. So, and that's a regular physical attack, so it won't be useful in boss fights, but against regular enemies, yeah, he'll be pretty good. So, yeah, the ultimate arm from the Moonfish. Yeah, X-fucking-Q's me. Yeah, counterattack mode. That's Drachma right now. So, but okay, I think that's all of our preparations complete. We've got everything else. I've actually, now that I've said what Drachma, Gilder, and Enrique's final moves are, I'm going to take this opportunity to use up my Moonberries to buy the last move for Aka and the last move for Fina. So let's do that. We'll buy Aka's, and it's a more powerful version of Lambda Burst, but it has the same problem as the rest of her moves are, which is that they're based on her magic, and they don't scale up like the other super moves do, like Vice's or Gilder's do, because those are physical, this is magical. So it looks really powerful, this Omega Cyclone. It's Omega Cyclone, even though they spelled it wonky, because this is an old JRPG, so of course they spelled it wonky. It looks really strong, but it's not very powerful in practice, unfortunately. Meanwhile, I've been talking about Fina's for a while. It's a full party heal. Heals them, restores all their HP even if they are knocked out, and cleanses all, adverse status effects. So, pretty good. So there you go. We're all ahead full. Preparations complete. Everybody keep this ship in good order because we're heading in. We'll leave Enrique and Gilder with the crew. They can take care of business with keeping the Delphinus ready to go in case Ramirez tries to pull a fast one. Hell, he took notes from Galcian, so I wouldn't put it past him. That build sounds sweet. Remember how you said Drachma needed a taunt? Yes, this is why he needs a taunt. Because if he had a taunt, this is how he would be perfect at the end of the game, because he'd be your tank. He would have almost, he has almost 5,500 HP. He'll have over 5,500 by the time we get him to level 40, which we should by the time we fight the final boss. And yeah, he'd be incredible as a tank. He has 400 defense and 387 magic defense, and he's guarding every turn because Spirit Charge is a guard. So he's a house. He just doesn't have the taunt button to use it. All right, time for good luck before we go in. Pow, I'll be back. Good job with the Blue Rogue's attack, but yeah, you gotta keep people on the ship in line while we're in Soltis. Good boy. Alright. Lawrence, let's take us in. Yeah, you're really getting your whole money's worth with this one, aren't you? What about getting footage of all the ultimate super moves? Oh, it's on YouTube. I'm not worried about it. I just don't think I'll have enough time today to do it. I think we're already going to be hovering close to the 3-hour mark anyway. So, it's fine. There's a few videos on YouTube that'll show off their super moves, so I'm okay with it. Okay, so let's save, and then we'll head down to Shrine Island. And we'll head on inside. Taunts are 90% of the time OP. Yeah, I know. It would have made Drachma really, really OP at the end. I guess it would have made it almost a no contest in regular encounters between him and the other two party members, though. Like, you would have had even less of a reason to use Gilder in any situation if he did that, so... I suppose it's balanced. That doesn't mean I have to like it, but I suppose it's balanced. Alright, to Shrine Island. Let's finish this. Oh, good. An encounter right before. No, this is a scripted encounter, actually, because there's one last ship battle to take before we head inside, so... Yeah, we'll try to just go in there, so... No, duh, you know about, this is Fate Grand Order, right? FGO, yeah, Fate Grand Order. There you go. What do you see, Fina? Oh, good. The ship equivalent of a looper. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a scout, an assaultus scout, unfortunately, so. So this is Gadianos. What is Gadianos? Well, it's, like I said, the ship equivalent of a looper. You have to kill him on turn 1, or he runs away and he takes all of his rewards with him, and that's not okay. So since that's not okay, we're going to try to kill him as quickly as we possibly can. Don't even worry about any damage that he's going to do to you. It's fine. We'll just heal it off after. But I'm going to try to get Drilling up. We're going to get an Opowax going, and we're going to fire a torpedo in our cannon, and I think that should be enough. I think he has like 25,000 HP, but between these and the Drilln, I think we'll be okay. So there are 2 low-level servants that have taunts, and both are defensive juggernauts, so there you go. You ran away from that before you fell into the rabbit hole. You can't be mad about that, yeah. Yes, Mechanical Guardian. Come, Guardian! Except not that Guardian. That Guardian was not mechanical. The robot version of Come Guardian from Kingdom Hearts 1. Alright, Aka, torpedo up, and then we'll try to Drilln, and then we'll try to hit him on our C-turn. You don't need to get the rewards from this guy, but they are really nice if you can get them. So, try to get them. That's why I'm going to try to get them. Is this going to hit? Yeah, I was going to say he's behind us, so I don't think this is going to hit. Okay, well, might be a little hairy, but we'll see. It depends on what his defense is, I suppose. So. I mean, that's doing a little bit of damage, but it's okay. We'll heal it. It's fine. All right, let's see how you like this, you little drone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he's dead. He did not have defense. Good to know. Now we can do the Death Star fly over to see if we can hit the priming chamber. That's what this looks like to me, anyway. Yeah, the shafts of the Death Star here, exactly. Had the same thought. Have you mentioned that you fucking hate enemies who only have a purpose of running away? Yeah, they're annoying. It's just, I don't know, whatever. But here's the rewards that you get. You get a complete kit, not bad. Sparkling deck, the best defense deck in the game. And then the Moon Gun, which is the best secondary cannon in the game. So, and those are really nice to have for the final ship battle, which will be a part of the final boss fight. So we're gonna equip those. Right now, actually. And then we'll heal up, and then we'll head inside. So, 5-foot cannon, you've done me well, but we need this now because this is less SP, higher hit percentage, higher attack power, and it can shoot up to 4 turns in a row. Oh yeah, like the turn that it's used and then 3 turns after it. That's what the limit of 3 is. So, yeah, we're a house now. Look at this offense that we've got here. And then we'll take the heavy armor deck and we'll put the sparkling deck on. If you thought that this the spherical figure was a little OP, considering it's like double what the last figure was, check out the difference here. So the heavy armor deck gives us 55 defense. The sparkling deck gives us 500 defense. And it also gives us 2% extra dodge and 6 quick on top of that. Okay, I guess if you want to overpower the shit out of me at the end of the game, sure, why not? That's okay, I'll take it. Fina, you've already used a little bit of your MP. Let's have you use Sacralin. Oh, you don't have Sacralin yet. Okay, that's fine. Just use Sacrez then. Top the ship off. I could have used the complete kit that I got, but, you know, that's fine. Yeah, like Cactuars. Yeah, Cactuars like to run away, too. Usually I can kill Cactuars, though, before they run away, so I don't think I've had too many problems with them. So... Love how Etrian Odyssey has enemies who are only meant to run. It's so effing annoying. Yeah, X what fucking cues me? Yeah, it's like 10 times as good as the last deck. Yeah, something like that. What the shit? Sylvites did have badass tech. Yes, they did. It's too bad they used it all on the ship tech there rather than on the enemies that we're going to be fighting in the final dungeon. Because most of the enemies in the final dungeon they have a lot less HP than the elite Guardians on Galcian's ship on the Hydra, so... Oh, you know what? I'm going to white map, actually, for this first part. I don't feel like fighting all the low-level mooks in Shrine Island on the way through. I'm not even sure if you can. I think that it might be devoid of encounters now, but Well, just in case it's not, let's just white map until we get into the proper final dungeon. So. Did I equip the moon gun? I did equip the moon gun, yeah. I almost forgot for a second. I was like, wait a minute, I remember equipping the deck because I talked about it forever, but yeah, we equipped the moon gun. Alright, we're all ahead full. Let's head inside, team, and see what Ramirez has waiting for us. Probably not a whole lot. He hasn't really had a whole lot of time to recover since he was coping and molding and seething over his husbando dying. So, we'll see what he's got. Might surprise me, but something tells me he won't. Love how Shrine Island suddenly makes sense. Yeah, it's funny, because the end is at the beginning. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we're going in that way. How are we supposed to get to the bottom, then? Well, you could just walk right over this now. Yeah, there's no water sloshing through because it's slotted right into the continent of Soltis, so now you can just walk right over it. Yeah, but Cactuars deal 1,000 damage and Jumbo's on 10,000, which is a straight one-shot. That's true. I don't know, I've never really... Well, okay, so I will say this. I've had trouble with Cactuars in Final Fantasy XIII, but that's because the Gigantoire is bullshit in Final Fantasy XIII, so that's why. It's nothing else except that. Kind of somber music for the final dungeon, huh? I mean, I guess this is the end of an entire civilization, so I suppose that would make sense. Alright, back to the captain's hat. We'll fight the encounters in here. They're not too hard. Aka can basically take them out with one Pyrum most of the time, unless it's one of the big enemies, in which case we can have Vice do it. So... Now, the way that this first room works is it's a bit of a maze. You'll find that's a bit of a trend in Soltis. This room is a bit of a maze. What you need to do is you need to touch all four corners in the center of the room. What do I mean by that? I mean, you need to go from the southwest, so here, to the southeast when you get to the center. So basically, get to the southwest corner of the room, go to the center, then go to the southeast, and then come to the out of the center of the room to the end of the room again. And then go to northeast, go to northwest, and then you'll find the exit. So, yeah, there you go. Don't remember Final Fantasy XIII outside of the super boss. What was its name? Yeah, Vercingetorix. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Keep telling yourself that, and maybe you'll believe it. I don't know what that was in a response to, but if it was in a response to me, you're probably right. Okay, so we've got some silver elemental enemies here, hunters. Remember the Seekers from the first dungeon? Yeah. A few palette swaps near the end, but again, it's been so long since we fought them, I really don't mind the palette swaps, honestly. So, but these guys die to a single Pyrum, I think, if I remember right, so... How about, instead of doing a Pyrum, let's have Aka test out her fancy new move, shall we? And, Fino, why don't you just defend? That's fine. Drachma, we'll go to yellow with you, because these guys are silver, so might as well. Alright, Aka, show them what you can do. You don't remember Shrine Island outside of the boss? Yeah, I guess that makes sense, yeah. I remember because these guys had that laser beam that dealt, like, over half of my HP. Well, let's see how you like this. I'll beam your laser. Take that to the bank. Yeah, so it looks a lot more powerful than it actually is, unfortunately, but it's cool looking. So, I guess there's that. I feel like those are the first silver enemies. Yeah, silver enemies don't show up in a lot of places in this game. There are a lot of them in the final dungeon, but there's only a select few outside of the final dungeon, so... Yeah, it's a yikes from me, too, because it looks really powerful, but it's like 500 to everything. Okay. There are some treasure chests in here, by the way, but I'm not going to bother grabbing them, because I'm already not getting the 3 secrets, so I might as well just head to the end, you know. We'll grab the chams along the way, though, because there's a couple of those in here. Yeah, beam your laser. When did this turn into Persona Q? I don't know, I just felt like making a reference. Does she have Alpha something? Yeah, Alpha Storm. Lambda Burst, and then Omega Cyclone. So, and Delta Shield and Epsilon Mirror. She skipped over a few Greek letters there, but okay, fair enough. Oh, these hop rails are actually kind of nice because actually, and these Delvaxes too, they might drop I think it's a Sylvite ring if I remember correctly. It's a really powerful piece of equipment. It gives you resistance to silver element, and it gives you like a bunch of extra magic defense and will, if I recall correctly. So it's perfect for like Fina, but they might not drop it. It's a really low drop rate, so I'm not gonna, not gonna count on it. I probably won't even equip it anyway because the defensive aura is really good, and Fina needs the defense more than this. Well, no, actually, the silver resistance would be better than the raw physical defense for the final boss fight because, well, if it wasn't clear before this, Ramirez is going to be the final boss, and he's silver element, so having silver resistance would be nice. Yeah, she skipped all the letters no one knows from the Greek alphabet. She couldn't come up with anything for Sigma, so she just said skip it. He's in enough games already.
That was easy.
Alright. I'd like to get Drachma to within 14,000 experience of level 40 if I can, because if I remember correctly, that's about how much experience you'll get from of course, the final boss fight's going to have phases, so from some of the phases of the final boss fight, you'll get about 14,000 experience, and that should get him to level 40 by the end game, so we'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, I'm okay with it. If it does, so much the better. Alright, so we touched the northeast corner. Now we'll come this way. We got to get to the northwest now, because as you can see, there's nothing there for us to go to. It looks like there would be a path, but the path is often up above us, as you'll see if I turn over there. There's a door there, and there's also a door up there. So it looks like we could go in a door there, but it's not on this level. It's up above us. So that's why it's a maze, because things are either blocked off or on a different level from where you were. Yeah, Sigma! Sigma! Whoa, holy crap. Big guy. Hi. Dracoslith. Okay. I don't know if I said that correctly. He's red element. I guess I could switch to purple. I could switch to blue as well. I don't think I've finished blue for everybody, so... This guy's pretty tough, though, if I recall correctly, so I'll just do the best I can with him. We'll see how much HP he has, and we'll go from there. Do I want a Delta Shield? I think I kind of do, actually. Excuse me, we'll focus up, and we'll Spirit Charge. Yeah, you recognize that model, yeah. From the last guy that had this model. It was pretty strong, too. That's true, there is no Greek in this world, so I don't know where she got the letters from, but... Oh, well. Drachma, hit me up with that Spirit Charge! Very nice. I probably should have had him switch to blue as well, but... That's okay, I can switch it next turn. Yeah, he's got a little bit of HP, this guy. Terrible Bite. Okay, thanks for that. That's not very nice. Oh, and he fatigued me too. That's great. Yeah, this guy's like a mini-boss, I think, just judging by the amount of damage that he takes and stuff, so... I'm gonna Delta Shield again, just in case we need to. I could cure you, Crystal, but I think I'll just use one of these Sacralin crystals, honestly. And switch you to blue. Yeah, and then Spirit Charge again. I like to think the concept of special moves is a personal thing. Every person has their very own special move on a legendary level. Yeah, and I mean, I guess that would make sense, you know. Everybody kind of has... They unlock their potential with the Moonberries, but it's different for everyone, you know, so that would make sense. What's the lowest level you could be and have everyone know all the spells in the game? That's a tough one. I would probably say high 40s, because silver magic is a grind to get. The enemies in here are pretty good for it, though. They give pretty good magic experience, and they don't give a ton of experience or gold either, so you could probably get away with learning all the spells in here. I think the encounter rate's fairly high in here, too, especially if you have the black map, so... Okay, bye! Well, I guess that makes sense. 784 was, like, a little over 10% of his HP, so... Looked like a one-shot move in the form of consumption. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't swallow Fina, because that would have been rough to deal with. I had to cut her out of his stomach, good lord. Alright, so anyway, let's head up here. So now we've touched all 4 of the corners. We've gone southwest, southeast, northeast, and now northwest. So if we go north, we will find the exit. But before we go to the exit, I actually want to go south, because I think there's a Cham there, if I remember right. I don't have it listed in my notes, but Cupil's probably getting kind of hungry at this point, so... We haven't fed him in a couple episodes, so let's feed him. Why not? Alright, a few more little guys, that's fine. But yeah, see, the enemies in here, unless you run into, like, the mini-boss guys, there's another mini-boss enemy that you can run into in here if you, you know, get unlucky, but... Unless you run into a lot of them, you're probably gonna not have to worry too much about the amount of HP that the enemies have, because they just really don't have a whole lot, so, you know. Again, you could practically kill them with all with Omega Cyclones, so... I'll let the animation play out for a little bit because, well, Eika hasn't had a chance to use this, and Vice gets to keep using Pirate's Wrath over and over, so we'll give her some time to shine. Wait a second, they're here to protect Sylvites, right? Why are they attacking us? Fina's a Sylvite. Maybe Ramirez has remote control of them through Zelos? That would be my best guess, but I could be wrong. They're protecting a Sylvite, even if it means they're killing a Sylvite. I don't know. Something like that. Skip the animation. Okay, I'll start. You know what? I'll do it one more time for her so that she's gotten 3, because rule of 3s, and then we'll skip it after that. So, oh good, Fina got Pyrolin. That's nice. Now at least we have one person on it. Not that it matters too much, but you know. There's a Cham. What is that, like 26 or 27? I forget. I know we missed one Aberric Cham, and I think we missed a couple of regular Chams in a couple other places, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Yeah, so just to show you what I was talking about before, if you go up here, it looks like we're in the center of the room, but the rest of the room is down there, so... yeah, you can't just go in this door and expect to skip the whole maze, so... Speaking of mazes, this is only half of the maze, as it turns out, because there's another maze in a room coming up. So that's fun. They're biological, not mechanical. You mean for the, these enemies, or you mean for the mini-boss enemies? I guess it could be either one, honestly. They could be biological. They look like robots, but doesn't mean they have to be, you know. Okay, we'll do the rule of 3s thing right now, so then I can skip them after this. And then, yeah, just do the Delvax, that's fine. Oh, you picked the wrong person to mess with, Delvax. Goodbye. Don't talk about rules of 3 that gave away with relative ease that there would be 3 total job changes for 14's cast. Yeah, there you go. I never really even thought about that, to be honest, but I guess it makes sense, you know. That's how everybody justifies that stuff. You even said it, 3 is the magic number. We've seen 2. Who's the last job change? In that case, it was Alpha Node, right? Because Urianger changed to Astrologian, Thancred changed to Gunbreaker, and then Alpha Node changed to Sage, right? Because Stola was always kind of a black mage, even though she was kind of a white mage at some times, like in Stormblood. So, and then Alice just stayed a red mage forever, basically. So once she got her fancy crystal-looking ether blade, so. All right, well we're almost there with Drachma, so that's good. Oh, he got Electres. Nice. Nah, Alpha Node didn't get Sage in Stormblood. Pfft, fucking hacker. Well, Alice got Red Mage at the end of Heaven's Ward, and then she really started using it in Stormblood. So if I said Alpha Node, I meant Alice. So. Oh, and Shadowbring or something. Goober. No, it's okay. I was confused, but you were also confused, so we can be confused together. Oh, another one of these shots. Yeah, remember from the sewers in Valua where they had the shot of Deep Sky underneath Valua with the thunderstorm and everything? That was a cool shot. Cool camera angle. I think I need one more fight before we get to the final boss. And as it turns out, we're pretty close because this is the last room before the little gauntlet right before the final boss where I don't think there are very many encounters. It's another maze room, but this one is a maze room with... Wait for it. We might be waiting a little bit because there's a Cham and probably a random encounter here. Hold on, I'll feed the Cham to Cupil first before we go for it, and I'll show you what it is. Yeah, it's a maze room with teleporters. Yay! You have to go in the correct teleporter in order to get out of here. If you don't, you'll get sent back to the beginning. I think there's only a couple of different paths, though, if I remember right, and one of them is right here. This teleporter will take you to the final boss. If you keep going, I think there's another teleporter on the other side of the area here, and that one will take you to Lord Zivil Bane if you want to go fight that guy. But I'm not planning on leaving the dungeon to actually go turn in the hunt, or the wanted battle, so I'm not even going to bother. It's fine. The game doesn't save after you complete the game anyway, so you can always go back to your last save in Soltis, and then you can go from there. Where does this one want me to go now? I have the directions in my notes, actually, so I don't get lost. Left teleporter, and then a door on the right. Okay. Is there a door there? I guess I could go see what's in there. Watch it be Lord Zivil Bane, and I just cucked myself by going the wrong way. I went right, then left first, right? Hey, Gravy Bay, how you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, we're inside Soltis, so we're almost done. Just got to get through this maze room first, and then we'll be out of here. I guess just Pyrum. It'll probably just... We probably only need one Pyrum to kill them, but I'll do a couple just in case it leaves any of them alive. Random idea. A Zelda game that is some future neo-dystopia. That'd be kind of interesting. There's probably a Zelda-like out there that checks all those boxes, but I wouldn't know what it is because I don't play enough Zelda to know. Not gonna lie, you looked at that map and thought it looked a lot like a shot of lungs. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, they're moving in that direction, Pokemon style. Lord Zivil Bane, so he has Roro Legion Syndrome. What kind of shit is that? No, actually, so the regular Zivil Banes are all of his lackeys, and he's just their... Oh, Warrior's Pistol, nice. That's good for Gilder if I had Gilder here. He's just their top dude, basically. He's not, like, the best Bane. He's just their top dude. That's a treasure chest. I don't think it's got him in it. I'm gonna take a risk. Yeah, okay, it's got another Moonberry in it. I guess that doesn't really help me. There's a total of 3 chests in Soltis, by the way, so if you're looking for a 100% treasure rating, make sure you go grab the other 2, because I've only grabbed that one. The one is the one that Lord Zivil Bane is in, and then there's another one inside of the first maze, if I remember right, in one of the paths there. And if we go in this door, we're out of the maze. So now all we gotta do is head this way, and we'll be back to a familiar location, actually. They're all him, so I mean, well, actually, he's got a unique model, so he's a little different from the regular Zivil Banes. Yeah, this is where we went when we came back to Dangrel Island the second time, although now it's all powered up, which is definitely not a good thing. I guess we better get up there before Ramirez starts to get any bright ideas again. Before his coping and molding and seething catches up with him and he finally decides, fuck it, everything dies! Ooh, fancy elevator. Take me up, beam me up, Scotty. And here's the final save point of the game, so get ready to fight the final boss. I would heal, I would get everything ready. If you don't have all of your stuff on just yet, I'd get ready to do that. I think we're in good shape. Do I need to heal my MP off? I think I will, just for the hell of it. We really don't need to, but I think I will, just for the hell of it. There we go. Alright. Do one last equipment check before we go. Let's see. You're good. We'll keep the yellow because, again, Ramirez is silver element. Silver armor will be good. You need the warrior's heart, so let's stick that on you. We will give Fina the defensive aura because we probably don't need the constitution gem. I think all of Ramirez's status effects that he can apply are done through spells, if I remember right, so I don't think we'll need it. But if not, then I guess I'll just figure it out later. No big deal. And Drachma is good. So, yeah, we're all set. We're ready to go. Let's save it, and then we'll confront Ramirez and finish this bad boy off. This currently reminds you of the world that never was. Yeah, actually. Because kind of the environment plus the music a little bit. Because the music in The World That Never Was kind of a downer as well, a little bit. I mean, it was a little more ominous, I guess, than, like, depressing, but, yeah, you know. See, that's what I'm saying, Murray. I do think counters are a little underutilized in this one. And it's especially true if you see a lot of other people play the game on YouTube, because a lot of them use either Quicka or a Glyph of Speed, which decreases your counter rate because it increases your dodge rate, and when you dodge, you'll never counter. So I wanted to try it without it, and the result was that I ended up buying 7 million Sylph Seeds instead. But that's okay, because it makes me fast enough to be faster than this guy. You, having fun at your therapy session, Ramirez? Is Zelos telling you to talk about your feelings? Why did we do what? I mean, if you want to be really technical, it wasn't us that did it. It was a death by proxy because Beliza decided it was a good... He's not even listening to me. Of course he isn't. We killed his husbando. Well, not we, again. Not really us. Death by proxy, but, you know. Yeah, the music in the world that never was final, yeah. It really gave you that sense of finality, yeah. The only man fit to rule this pathetic world by murdering half of it with the Rains of Destruction. That's great. I don't think you understand the difference between salvation and death. And again, your civilization was pretty nihilistic to begin with, so it's probably why. Again, I think Beliza did that. I'm kind of pissed because she got to him before I could. Well, technically we softened him up for her, but you know. Yes. Why should we not? Exactly. I don't see any reason to not kill him anymore, Fina, so I don't think we have a choice. Yes, wash away the anger, Ramirez. Let the rains soothe you. Maybe then you'll feel a little bit less inclined to murder. Oh, okay. No, that's not what I meant by soothe you. That does not look soothing at all, actually. Well, let's relieve him of that aura by relieving him of his life. And now it's time for the final battle against Ramirez himself.
I will kill you. All of you.
You will try. Okay, so same thing as usual. First things first, let's not use the Aura of Valor. Let's use a Glyph of Might instead. Oh, it's up here. Okay, I was going to say, oh no, I used it all. I mean, it would have been fine, but still, don't want to use it if I can afford not to. Delta Shield, because he has Drillnos and Eternum and all that stupid shit, so let's just not deal with that. Fina, why don't you put up a Glyph of Might as well, because Silver Eclipse hurts like a bitch. And Drachma will probably be basically immortal for this fight, because he's Spirit Charging and he's got 1,000,000 HP, so it's fine. Let's just do this, it's fine. Just die already. Oh, we're getting there, Lifeblood, don't worry. Yeah, not nearly as satisfying as killing you! Of course you managed to fight in Metal Gear Rising lyrics at the very end. Yeah, how could I not? That's true. I am the Metal Gear Rising guy. Well, I used to be.
Let's try this.
Pretty soon I'm going to be the Final Fantasy II guy, but, you know. We were in the clear! I was here! For this to happen again. He's not very happy about it this time, though. Originally he was happy about the jump scare. This time he just looks pissed. I mean, understandable. Again, we killed his husbando, so... Silver Gigas is just a small silver ball. Pretty underwhelming. Yeah, like I said, he's just like the priming mechanism for the Rains of Destruction, so he doesn't really have like a really devastating look to him. He's just kind of a means to an end, which sounds exactly like the Sylvites, if I'm honest, so... Like, that's exactly what I'd expect out of them, you know? So... Alright, let's buff up. Probably want to buff Ake up as well. Drachma will be fine because he's guarding like every turn because of, you know, Spirit Charge. So we'll work on that next turn. We'll do a Delta Shield. Or do I want to... Because I want to Incrum Aka before I Pirate's Wrath. So maybe I'll do that with Vice's turn, actually. And then Delta Shield. And then Sacrum Crystal. It's over here. There we go. Spirit Charge. Go. No, I don't skip animations in boss fights, remember, Lifeblood. That's just a thing that I've been doing the entire time. We don't skip animations in boss fights, so... Like, I'm gonna be a hard ass about that. So... Even if we've seen them all before. Lifeblood wishes he could skip Ramirez's animations, though, I'll tell you that much. Okay, well, Eika will be buffed up after this, because Vice went after Ramirez, so that's okay. He's using Destruction, which should look a little familiar. He got this one from Galcian, obviously. They did say that Zelos wasn't purposefully made. It was made from nothing or some shit, yeah, so... It's, again, it's made for a purpose. Like, it's made as a means to an end, so... Well, Vice isn't buffed, but we can fix that next turn. Eika will be buffed now, so... No, it's just the whiny bitch takes so long. Oh, don't worry. We're almost there, Lifeblood. We've almost got him. I just have to put him to rights here, so that's what we'll start doing. Did the Sacrum Crystal not go off, or did it just not heal a lot? I guess it just didn't heal a lot. Okay, well, keep going then, I guess. I might even have Drachma help out with it, honestly, because this is a little bit more damage than I'd like to take. And if he Silver Eclipses again, that's not so good. So, plus we have a bunch of SP, so I'm okay with that. What happened to the Blue Rogue skill? Oh, I used it to kill Galcian, actually. So, yeah, that's on the VOD. Yep. Yeah, we used it already. So, on the VOD for you. Went off, just only healed a little over 1k per person. Oh, yeah, the Sacrum Crystal, yeah. So. And he did a little bit of... You know what? Actually, no, that makes sense, because he did like 1,500 with Silver Eclipse, and then he did like 700 with Destruction, so yeah, it wouldn't heal for most of it. So, that's okay. I mean, that's not bad, considering he's, you know...
There's light.
We're not buffed. Great, you have another VOD to watch. I mean, just the first, like, half an hour, really, because that was the entire Hydra as the first half an hour, so... Now, even though Drachma's not Spirit Charging, he'll still be okay here, and we should still get plenty of SP with which to actually, you know, use Pirate's Wrath again, so not too worried about it. He's got a little over 20,000. I think he's at like 22,000 HP, something like that, so if we were buffed all the way, Vice could 4-shot him, but we're not, so... But that's kind of the nice thing about Drachma, is that he's so completely slow that he can actually heal at the end of a turn if you don't need him to Spirit Charge that turn. So he kind of makes a halfway decent backup healer to help Fina out. So it's kind of okay. I like it. I don't like the fact that I'm probably going to need to use a bunch of Sacrum Crystals next turn, but I'm going to try to Glyph of Might Vice before he gets a turn here. And then I might have Drachma do another Sacrum Crystal, actually, just to kind of top us off in case Ramirez decides to be really offensive in this fight instead of actually using any magic. He does have magic he can use, it's just he hasn't used any of it yet, so... You don't watch the VODs. If you miss it, then you missed it, but that's the point of the VOD. Nah, I mean, it's fine. Lifeblood doesn't want to watch it, that's okay. I can always fill you in with any of the details if you know, didn't watch the VOD, so... It's no big deal. Blue Rogues did go off pretty well, though. It was a pretty cool attack animation, so... I mean, I'd honestly even just recommend looking it up on YouTube if you don't want to watch the whole VOD, but... I thought it was thematically appropriate because we basically killed Galcian with social democracy, so... you know. Oh, Lunar Blessing! What the hell, Silver Moon? That's not cool! I mean, I guess the moons don't really pick and choose who they bless, even if they're evil. They just kind of exist. But yeah, Ramirez, being a Sylvite, can also provide himself with regeneration, just like Fina can. His regen's a little better, though, as you'll see right as soon as we're done with this Sacrum Crystal. There we go. Now we're pretty good on HP. So is Ramirez, though, because he gets 600 HP back per blessing. I want that for my lunar regeneration. Okay, Fina could use an Incrum, I think. Let's Lunar Winds this turn in Cutlass Fury, and then let's see if we can get an Incrum on her before we get too far here. Probably going to regret it, because he's probably just going to Destruction again, but hey, it's less damage than Silver Eclipse, so, you know. Oh, it's storming outside again for you? Oh, that's not good. Hopefully it's not a big storm. It's just cloudy here at the moment, so... But then again, I'm like 1,000 miles away from you, so, you know. We get somewhat similar weather systems because we're both on the East Coast, but not that similar. So. Get that regen shit out of here, Ramirez. Alright. That's fine. Again, I wish he'd actually use some spells, so I'm not just sitting here delta shielding for the hell of it, but it's fine. I mean, it's slow because he's used this like 4 times at this point, but it is the strongest move he has, so I guess it's fine. He has another single target move that he can use on you, by the way, it's kind of similar to Terminal. It's significantly more violent than Terminal, and I know that's saying something because Terminal blew up like half of the Armada, but yeah. It's, maybe we'll see it, and then you'll understand what I mean. But we'll see. Ramirez had to heal 1 person, Fina. He has to heal... Yeah, Fina has to heal 4, yeah, so she has to kind of spread it out a little bit, yep. So, it's boring to watch after the second time. Yeah, Silver Eclipse, yeah. You are correct. I think it's too long of an animation, to be honest, but... whatever. It's fine. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna Pirate's Wrath instead. So, Sacrum Crystal a go-go. I might want Drachma to do one as well. I should be using Spirit Charge more, but that's okay. This is kind of what Drachma does in the endgame. He Spirit Charges and he is a backup healer because he's so slow, so, you know. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just cool factor. And, I mean, this is at the time where games were able to have these longer animations because the games were able to store more data on their disks. So they kind of just said, no, roll of cool. It's fine. It's slow, but it's fine. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. That's all. Then again, I'm saying that, and here I am spamming Pirate's Wrath every battle, so... That's by necessity, though, not by choice. Goodbye, Ramirez. Enough of this shit. Go to hell.
We did it.
Go work, everybody. Going for the cool factor is always the right move. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, yeah. It was boring for you the first time, so standing here, you realize it sucks. As long as you don't say you were just like me, Ramirez, I think we're okay. Because then I'd be, like, Lifeblood. No, why? So. Alright, no gold for that one, but 10 magic EXP, so that's not too bad. Venus level 41. Drachma won't quite get to 40, but, well, spoiler alert for if this is your first time watching a JRPG, there's more than one phase to this fight. That was just the warm-up exercise, although Ramirez looks like he's a little worn out, so... I don't think we have a choice, Fina. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's pretty far gone. I don't think that's a good idea. That's why I'm here, but okay. Well, he's ready for the ritualistic suicide. Sephico, if you're still here, he agrees with you. Well, I guess, yeah, it could cause the end of everything, because he is everything and nothing at once. He's the closest this world has to a god. Of course, the Sylvites made it, because they're that kind of god-complex people. It's not a good idea, man, I'm telling you! Oh, boy. This is going to get very bad very, very quickly. A Triforce symbol? He was Ganon? Yeah, all of the Sylvites have a silver crystal piece, silver moon crystal piece in them. They're given it at birth. So, his is in his hand because, yeah, he is Ganon, apparently. I think they fused, and now they have a lot more layers. That's great. He couldn't keep his husbando alive, so now he decides he wants to become thick. It's fantastic. Let's get the hell out of here before he becomes so thick we can't stand here anymore. I mean, I expected more than one phase for Vayne, just didn't fucking expect the Undying. Yeah, the Undying was kind of a... kind of a lot. So, oh. Okay, well, good news, the Reigns of Destruction probably can never happen again. Bad news, Death Star. Okay. Yeah, bang zoom, I am the moon. One more phase, impossible. No one could have seen this coming. Nope, no one, exactly. Yeah, he's an onion now with all those layers. I think he does possess Zelos now, or maybe Zelos possesses him? Let's find out. Let's crack this onion open and see. I mean, Moonstone Cannon. You don't even have to ask, Aika. That's how we beat it. Moonstone Cannon. Okay, so if we can beat it before it, turns into its complete form, we can kill it. Good. And you actually can kill it before it comes into its complete form if you're strong enough and you get enough critical hits. So, alright, ready to go? Let's take the fight directly to Zelos then, since Ramirez decided it'd be a great idea to bring the Death Star here. Yeah, so many layers. He's gonna make the world his swamp. Oh boy. I don't know why I said that in a fake Irish accent. He's just the fucking Death Star now. That's so anticlimactic. Now that is a Gigas. Oh, just wait. This isn't his complete form. This isn't even his final form. We'll see what happens. I'm going to close in. We got to get some damage done now before he turns into his full form. So let's close in. And, I think I want to circle around him because then I can kind of get pot shots off and crack him open like an egg. So... yeah, which I guess we are. Yeah, we're getting ready. We're getting ready to fight him off now. Okay, so... also, pretty good music for this part, too. I'm not going to turn it up, because I'm going to turn it up in the final fight pretty soon, but good music, all things considered. So we want Ilkemis. We're going to want to get Drillnos off. We're going to want to Oppo Wax, so let's do a whole bunch of buffing and debuffing on the first turn. So, and then I think we'll do a Rala next turn, because I want to... well... I could do a Rala this turn. No, because I want to Drillnos, so let's get Ilkemis going, and then we'll get Drillnos off. Oh, no, actually, I can't have... I want to have Aika go first, actually, so we're going to have Vice do the Oppo Wax this turn. And I want Aika to go first, because she's our fastest character, and we want to use Silenis. Yes, I know. It's like the final boss fight. You'd think he'd be immune to status ailments, right? Oh, yeah, you can't use Ilkemis. I need you to use Drillnos, yeah. Let's do that, and then you use Ilkemis on the end of the turn. Okay, so... now it's the final boss fight, so I use Silenis on him, but surely they didn't program the final ship battle to have almost exclusively spells as his sole means of dealing damage, right? That would just be crazy! Oh, they did that, didn't they? Oh. 2 choice prompts, like gasp. Yeah, there's a lot of choice prompts in this fight, so... They make you work for your damage. Cracking him like an egg, man, that would make the mother of all omelets, Jack. Yeah. Can't fret over every egg, even though it looks mechanical. Sounds a bit like Dancing Mad, yeah. Kinda does, actually. Yeah, ready all cannons, open fire. Fun fact, Nintendo has a lot of games that revolve around inhaling things. Yeah, there's a lot of Kirby games that have that. But yeah, so Zelos' main shtick is that he casts all of the endgame level spells on you, but he's not immune to Silenis. So... yeah, I mean, he can still damage us. He has Moonray, but... yeah... well, about that. Yeah. Sparkling Deck OP, please don't nerf, though, because he's not in his complete form, so the Moonray is the least of our problems. So, yeah, looks like it. That must be the firing chamber, so let's attack from the front. Yeah, he's using the moon crystals to fire. Yep, but it did nothing. Remember, he's not in his complete form yet. He's still forming, so that's why he hasn't done a lot of damage yet. He will, just not yet. So, excuse me. Sounds like we're going to be having a lot of cheese in this fight. Yeah, I hope nobody's lactose intolerant, because good lord. Gimmick on purpose, like how that one guy can be turned undead and then kill him with a reviving item. Yeah. Yep, it's basically like that, yeah. So, I want to damage him this turn, but I also kind of want to use Rala. I guess I can do that next turn. I can, like, gear grease up a whole bunch. So, let's do Moon Torpedo. And then, gear grease? I think we used 2 gear greases, honestly. I mean, I could even guard, but like, why? let's not guard. We don't need to. It's fine. He's not fully formed yet. We'll guard when he's fully formed, and not before then. So yeah, the animation might go off for some of the spells, but they'll just miss because he's silenced. So that's a lot of fucking C turns, I know. Got to get our damage off now because I think after either turn 3 or turn 4 he turns into his complete form. So got to try to get your damage off while you can. Alright, we should be able to use Arala next turn along with a whole bunch of offense with all that gear grease we just did, so should be okay. Pyrolin? Oh no, I'm so scared. If these spells were hitting us, they'd probably be doing about 3, maybe 4,000 damage each, so you would have to heal. But the Sparkling deck makes it pretty strong, makes us pretty resistant to his spells anyway, so, I mean, you don't have to use Silence, but I figured I'd demonstrate it just for the hell of it, because it's a speedrun trick, so obviously me, who likes to pick apart my prey like a cat, I'm going to use it. Okay, he's getting a little stronger. That was 5,000 damage. I think he's almost fully formed now. Yeah, this is the turn before he fully forms. Okay. Unfortunately, you are lactose intolerant. Well, thankfully, you're not the one eating the cheese then, Conquer. It's just Zelos. It's a spirit bomb of cheese, Zelos, and you're going to eat it! Alright, let's blow a hole in this sucker. Yeah, keep attacking from the front. I mean, we'd get a bunch of C turns if we didn't, but it's fine. Let's just do this. Let's see. This. We're not going to get to use Arala this turn. He's also not silenced, so that's a little unfortunate, because I'd like to have Aka use the Moon Torpedo. I guess I can just do... Hang on. Let's go back. Let's do this over here. Then we can have Aka use Moon Torpedo here. Yeah. Yeah, and then we can silence him again, like this. And then I think I'm going to fire the Moon Gun. Do that. But yeah, you can see all the red and yellow turns next turn. Get your damage off now while you still can. So. Oh, it's not super bad lactose intolerance. Okay, that's at least good then, because you don't gotta, like, you know, be like, you don't have to be super aware of, okay, well, no, I can't eat any, like, lactose products whatsoever. So. No, that thing turns quite fast. Yeah, they don't want you to, like, kill it too quickly. Like, in the 100% speedrun of this game, you kill this thing on turn 3 because you can deal 75,000 damage a turn with just your guns, not even counting the Moonstone Cannon, so you kill this thing before it even fully forms. It plays the animation like it fully formed when it dies, but yeah. We won't have to worry about that. We don't have that kind of damage output because we're not in the 60s in level, so... Yeah, 2 moon lasers and then 2 charges. We probably could have... Actually, I'm not even sure if you can fire the Moonstone Cannon more than once per turn. I guess we could have checked just there, but I didn't even think about it. Oh, well. Eat this! Well, if you're gonna eat cheese, that's probably the way you want to do it, in one end and out the other. I'm sorry, apparently I'm saucy today. I'm making all these stupid jokes. I was making a joke at Belize's sacrifice. I made a joke about Ramirez becoming thick, and now I'm talking about digestive tracts. That's just great. I don't like where this is going. He's causing an earthquake, and he's not even on the planet. Oh, okay, then. He turned into a Deathclaw. That's fantastic. Yeah, so now he's fully formed, and now we've got a little bit of a fight on our hands here. Oh, so you think they... yeah, I was going to say they programmed Zelos to do that too. I wonder if they ever thought that this might happen, where they'd have to use him as a weapon like this. Maybe. Yeah, well, if it isn't Saucy Jack. There you go. Let's see. I don't know, I think we back off, to be honest, because we closed in and did a lot of damage before, but let's back off and, like, reapply buffs and stuff. Get some debuffs going. Not the only one who said Deathclaw when you saw that, yeah. Okay, that is kind of lame. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Nothing particularly... It's not, like, particularly world-shattering or anything, but yeah, I guess it's fine. I'm going to want Drachma to guard on the first turn there. I also might want to reapply my Oppo Wax and stuff, so... I should also probably have Arala do some stuff this turn. I want to have Aka fire the moon torpedo so it hits on that C turn next turn, but I can do that in a minute. Why don't you use the Oppo Wax, actually, to reapply the buff. And you can do that here. You can fire the moon torpedo to hit on that C turn next turn. There we go. He's still Silenus, so I don't have to worry about that. Drachma's going to guard on the first turn, so you use Irala right now. Alright, there. And then Drachma guard this, because this Moonray's going to hurt a little more. Because he's fully formed now, so it's not really just a regular Moonray anymore. As it turns out, it's a great Moonray. I mean, it's probably not going to hurt like a humongous amount, but still. Now that is a laser beam. I want that on my ship. Yeah, see, we backed off and we did evasive action, so it didn't do a whole lot of damage. But if you don't have the Sparkling deck at this point, that can do up to 30,000 damage to you in a single go, if you're not careful, so, yeah. It really hurts in that case. Yeah, we're playing it safe. What the fuck? You just got another gift sub for a VTuber. You didn't even know they were streaming? How the fuck does gifting subs work on Twitch? That's a fair question. I have no idea. Hopefully we figure it out eventually, though. Are you even going to hit a Wevlum from all the way over there? All the way over here, man. What are you doing? Alright, well, we got Irala off, and we got our Torpedo off, so we've got some extra SP for some damage next turn, so we'll close back in, I think. It's cool the boss actually finishes forming after a bit. Most games, that sort of line is just story fluff and nothing happens, you know? Yeah, so it's kind of nice that they actually do something with it. Like, it actually serves a mechanical purpose, which is nice, because it's like, it melds the story and the gameplay together, which is good. Okay, I'm ready to close in. Let's close in. We got our buffs reapplied. We will take a few hits, but we need to take a chance so we can get big damage. And that's what we're going to do. We got 73 SP to blow this turn. Let's use it. Should I have Drachma fire the Moonstone Cannon, actually? I think I will. Let's have Vice fire the Moon Cannon. I think we'll be okay for damage this turn, honestly. I think we can heal next turn, so we'll be alright. Fire the Moon Gun, actually. Like that? Yeah, let's do that. Fina, why don't you fire the Moon Torpedo? Yeah, we'll just get a whole bunch of damage off right here. And then Drachma, how do you feel about firing the Moonstone Cannon? Let's see it. Fuck it, let's try her emotes. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if he's... I forgot to check if he's still Silenist. I mean, if we take damage from the spells, it's okay. I'm not really too concerned, but, you know. Interesting emote. Looks like the person in the emote is saying something like either... I'm scared, or this is fine. Either way, I kind of agree. Yeah, see, that's fine. We didn't have to deal too much with that damage. We're closing in, so we'll probably take more damage once we get closer, but, you know. Nice. I think Zelos has like 150,000 HP, so it's a little bit to cut through, but we'll get there. Okay, yeah, so now he's not Silenist anymore, but still, I mean, that's not a whole ton of damage, so I'm not too concerned. Hit him with everything! There we go, 66,000 damage. Not bad. Almost speedrun worthy. But we're getting there. We'll take some hits. We'll deal some hits. Speaking of, you just remembered someone gave you a gift sub to someone else you follow a while back? Oh, nice. There you go. He's not casting, he's beaming now. He's beaming that laser. Cast a little bit, but then he decided to just hit us with his strongest attack. Hey, as long as he doesn't use Quick Eye, I'm okay with it. So, I think he only uses it turn 1, though. I think if he doesn't get it off then, you're fine. You're in the clear. Of course she has an emote like that. I think you should stop now. No stop. We'll stop when he's dead. Oh, if you mean closing in and getting hits, yeah, we probably will stop. So, there we go. 27,000 extra damage. That's like 90k this turn. Not bad. Not bad, everybody. Great Moonray is actually cool. Yeah, like I said, I want that for my ship. Not this, though. I don't want my ship to disintegrate when it gets damaged. That's not good. But yeah, as you damage Zelos, I think it's just like... After below half HP, he'll start losing chunks of his claws, so... Tells you that we're almost there, so... Alright, I think we close in. Let's finish this for good. Let's do this, team. We'll ready the Moonstone Cannon, and hopefully I'll still have enough SP to use it. I do. Good. So let's just do it like this. We'll do this. We'll shoot a torpedo just for good measure. And in the event that he doesn't die somehow, we'll heal up. And then we'll guard this turn for Great Moonray. I think he's going to die, though. Let's just see what happens, shall we? I mean, I could have done it on the third turn and just completely overkilled him with a bunch of torpedoes and stuff, but it's fine. Eight possible Moonstone Cannon turns. I think they want you to fire it, yeah. I think they do. And we did. Yeah, I forgot to check again. That's my bad. I'm so used to doing things a certain way. I forgot to check if we could fire it 2 times. That's my bad. Well, we didn't need it. He's dead, so that's good. Say goodbye to your claws, and then say goodbye to your life, Zelos. I think he's load-bearing. I think we should get out of here. Because that looks like a lot of explosions. I hope nobody's photosensitive in the audience. Sorry about that if you are. Okay, and there we go. Now the circle is complete. 43, 42, 41, 40. And Drachma got to 40 before the end of the game. That's good. We also get a Captain's Stripe for beating him, but I don't know why they give it to you, because you can't save after these fights, so... I mean, I guess it's just a placeholder or whatever, but... I don't know. The anticlimactic if he doesn't kill and the torpedo does it, that would have been hilarious. I scrolled down, no worries. Yeah, yay, useless levels. Oh, don't worry about it, it's fine, we got him. Peel apart those layers, Zelos. That actually would have made a good thumbnail if it wasn't a humongous spoiler. I got a good thumbnail later on in this ending, though, so I'm not too concerned about it. Let's hope he isn't, like, doesn't have any, like, seeds or anything in there that he just scattered all over the ground, otherwise he'll be back. Hate to think about that one. I don't know, though, Fina. That still felt a little too easy. Are you sure it's over? Because that don't look like it's over. Hello? Oh, Jesus, body horror fucking Christ, Ramirez. You really let yourself go since you fused with the God Machine. Yeah, well, joke's on you. When I've got Delta Shield up, I'm immune to eternity. Figured I'd let that one play out. Opportunity is one of my favorite tracks in the entire game, so I figured I'd just let that one play for a little while with the music turned up. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Raka, you are just in time. We made it to the final boss fight. And I have a very specific strategy for this one. Yeah, I'm still here. I was just letting everybody listen, that's all. So, yeah, safer Sephiroth, pretty much. Safer Ramaroth. Captain Onion at 2 o'clock. Really was an onion. Yeah, once we get through this guy, we just seal the green and red crystals away and we're all good. But of course he pulls an Undying, so... Seemed like it was going to be a more somber track at first, but then it picked up, yep. Mono feeling the nostalgia tingles. Oh, absolutely. I love this song. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite final boss themes on the GameCube. Probably actually is my favorite final boss theme on the GameCube, honestly. Like, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door's final boss theme is good, but, like, this is something else. So, was this game just the Legend of Vice as he goes through his character arc to become King of the Air Pirates? Yeah, kind of, honestly, so... And we're about to seal off that legend because I have a very specific strategy for this fight. So you'll notice I left Aka and Fina on red, and I'm going to leave Vice and Drachma on purple because we're going to equip thermo rings for this fight. And there's a very specific reason why I'm going to equip thermo rings for this fight, but we'll get to that in just a moment. First things first, though, let's buff up like we always do. We're going to need a Delta Shield, so we'll keep that up. I need to equip a thermo ring, though. Hold on. Stand by. Technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. We'll want to heal up because we're still a little damaged from the Ramirez 1 fight, so let's do that. And then Drachma really doesn't need a thermal ring, but we'll do it anyway. And Spirit Charge a go-go. Alright. And we're in good shape for right now, so let's take a look. To be honest, the GameCube did not have a ton of games. Yeah, so sometimes I guess it's like saying, oh, it's one of the best on the system. It's like, okay, but it didn't have a ton of games, so, you know. Did I switch Drachma's element? I don't think I did. I mean, it's okay. I'll switch it next turn. Personally, Opportunity is not a good name for final boss music. I don't know. I think it makes sense because this is our opportunity to seal off this legend for good. Ramirez gave me one opportunity and I'm going to take it. And then I did take it and then he died, or I thought he died, and now we have to defeat him again after he fused with Zelos. Okay, we're all ahead full. You really only need Incrum on Vice for this fight, so other than that, I think we'll be okay. But let's get Pirate's Wrath going, shall we? Get some Delta Shield going. I think I just have... I mean, I might throw a Glyph of Might for Fina as well, because, again, she's a little squishy, so we'll let her do that. All right, Drachma, switch over to purple. In Rocknum's memory, we'll finish this up. He's not weak to red or purple, though, but, well, if you've played this boss fight before, you might know why I'm doing it. We haven't shown why yet, but we'll show it off. He never gets through this fight without showing it off, so... And by that I mean Ramirez. He's got a trick up his sleeve to switch things up for us. Come on, you can do it. You can die before he finishes it. Oh, I don't know about that one. Alright. So, if I remember right, I think if I did my calculations correctly, I need 2 Cutlass Furies and... Or no. 4 Pirate's Wraths and 1 Cutlass Fury to get him down to the HP that I need him at in order to kill him with Prophecy. So, that's the plan, by the way. We're going to kill him with Prophecy because I still haven't shown that, so... Not bad, though, Vice. 5,500 damage even without the Captain's Hat. I'll take it. Okay, that's going to dispel our buffs, which is a little unfortunate, but that's fine. I tempted him, and he took the bait, which is the idea. He took the bait and tanked my frames! Please stop, my Wii doesn't need this. Yeah, like I said, Drachma can tank all of this. He's always guarding and has a billion HP in defense, so it's fine. I think I dropped frames again. At the very least, my chat refreshed on my phone, so that's not good. I guess just keep going. We can Pirate's Wrath and Delta Shield this turn, so even if I don't have the glyph up, it's fine. Alright, Sacrum Crystal here, and then this Spirit Charge up. Excuse me. Yeah, about to say, it's probably going to hurt your console. Come on, die! Hey, but Lifeblood, let's remember, if my console dies, then that means Ramirez is still alive and we never get to kill him. So you've got a bit of a conundrum here. I either kill Ramirez for good, or my console dies. So you have to decide who... Yeah, you have to decide who you mean there. So, Wii's fighting the good fight to finish this game, yep, and I appreciate it for it. More Pirate's Wrath! I should have made that joke earlier, but I guess it's better late than never. This will probably do about, let's see, what was the last one? 5,500, so like 38, I'm gonna say? That's like 25%, right? Yeah, pretty close. But I basically want to get him down to about where I had Galcium when I used Blue Rogues, because Prophecy will do a little more than that, but I want to get him down as far as I can. So, alright, Cutlass Fury, go. We'll do a Delta Shield. I'm healed up, so let's get a Glyph of Might on Vice now. Again. Thanks for that, Ramirez, by the way. Imagine the Skytrain comes in the last minute and just floors Ramirez. Oh, I'd be so happy, but I don't think it's going to happen. It'd be hilarious, but, you know, probably not. That fucking train, I know. No, Ramirez is then a hard permadeath, like perma. I mean, yeah, I guess if the console dies, he dies with it because all my data gets destroyed, so I guess it's a win-win for you if the console dies. So, well, we'll see what we can do. We'll try to finish the fight. Probably between this and the damage I did last turn, I probably do about as much as I did with the Pirate's Wrath, so... By the way, Opportunity isn't just this track. It doesn't just this track last through the whole time. It has a unique secondary track to it to indicate that you're winning, just like every other boss fights, except for the Armada theme, the Admiral theme. So once we get him below 50% HP, you'll see what I mean. All right, Glyph of Might. Yeah, Glyph of Might for Fina. And Drachma, just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's working. If it ain't broke, why fix it? I can't believe we're 5 turns in and he still hasn't shown what his gimmick is. This is a really funky fight. I think it's 5 turns anyway, so... Love how he gets insta-kill spells. That's a little much. Yeah, it's about par for the course with this game, though. It's like Skyward Sword boss progression. Yeah, pretty much. No, you'll hear what I mean? Okay. You will, because it's about to happen in a second as soon as we get a Pirate's Wrath off, so... Oh, this is gonna hurt. I think it's on Aika, too. Oh, no, never mind. He picked the wrong person. I was gonna say, this is gonna hurt a lot, but it didn't. Silver Binds, huh? This is one of his super moves for this fight. Drachma, no! You can't die yet! I still need Spirit Charge! Oh, dear God. Ow! Please don't. I need my old man. Oh, never mind. He's fine. Yeah, like I said, you picked the wrong person, Ramirez. Now, Drachma didn't deserve that, I know, but he's okay. He only took 1,300 damage, so... Don't know, in Persona, everyone gets insta-kill spells. Yeah, that is some hard RNG manipulation. I don't know what I'm doing, but speedrunners would love it. Okay, one more Pirate's Wrath, and I think he's in range. So, I can't do it this turn, though. It's a little unfortunate, but that's fine. But yeah, here's the end of it. I'll be quiet while I do this turn so you can hear it. How about that?
Let's try this.
Vice getting a little overzealous in the background there, huh? Drachma is a beast. He's fantastic. Yeah, and apparently Ramirez is just an angel from Neon Genesis Evangelion now. That's just great. We tempted him with Destruction again, though, so that's kind of nice. Again, it tanks my frame rate, but I'll take it if it's less damage. Alright, I mean, it's a little damage, but we can heal that off. It's fine. I think I'm gonna need more than... Well, I probably just need to get a Glyph of Might up on Vice with, like, Fina next turn, so that way he can get his Pirate's Wrath off and we'll be good. Yeah, he's that silver-haired boy that became an angel. Yeah, one of them. So, I'll wait to heal, it's fine. So let's get the Delta Shield going. Yeah, get the Glyph on Vice this turn, so that way we can heal next turn. It's fine. I can always have Drachma do it too, if need be. And Spirit Charge go, because we still need SP. Remember, we got to kill him with Prophecy, so... Spirit Charge cost even just 2 SP. That would be something. I'm going to keep it from being super broken. Yeah, it needed to cost something. It's just too good to not use because it costs 0. So... What's the gimmick? He still hasn't done it somehow. Basically, you'll know that the gimmick happens if he goes first on a turn, because Aka and Fina are faster than him, and Drachma has increased priority with Spirit Charge. So, if if Ramirez goes first, then the gimmick is happening, so... Raka disbelieves that there is a gimmick. Well, you might be right if we manage to get Prophecy off in a second. I only need one more turn to get it off, so... I just need to use the Aura of Valor next turn, and that's it, so... We'll see what happens. Yeah, he's in range for Prophecy to kill him now, so... I will, get to doing that. Let's see. So I think I'll have Vice use a Sacrum Crystal, because Aka needs to use Delta Shield, and Fina, I think, needs to guard, so... Use the Sacrum Crystal, Aka just use Delta Shield, Fina, you just guard, and then Drachma, get the Aura of Valor going. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the gimmick of the fight is Silver Nightmare. Drachma, no! Not again! It's a puppet on the string now. Okay, so the gimmick of the fight is that he will use Silver Nightmare at the beginning of a number of turns, actually, and force your party members to use one of your super moves on your own party. This is why I equipped Thermo Rings and gave everyone red or purple element weapons, because it will reduce the damage that I will do to myself. Ramirez realized in his hubris that he can't kill me himself, so now he's going to have me do it instead. So. Also don't believe there's no gimmick. Wait, you double denied. Yeah, and that made it happen. So. Oh, I got a spam text message at the end of that. That's just great. The gimmick is we set his life to 0 before he does it to us. Yeah, there you go. Mind control, indeed. Okay, we need one more turn because Drachma didn't get the Aura of Valor off, but that's okay. A matter of fact, I'm going to keep the Aura of Valor. I'll take it with me for the rest of my pirating adventures. Okay, so Delta Shield. I've still got the... No, I don't have the Warrior's Heart, so I actually need someone to focus this turn. I guess it'll be Drachma. So Guard and Spirit Charge a go-go. Okay. He might be using Silver Binds again, but that would be okay. See, it seems like a lame gimmick because he only used it once. I normally can't get through this fight without him using it like 5 times on me. Like, there's... One of the main reasons why I had everybody switch to Thermal Rings and everything is because if he takes control of Vice, Vice could use Pirate's Wrath on your party. So, yeah, that would hurt like a bitch, but, yeah. Kind of a bit of an underwhelming seed for the fight, but that's okay. It means that we had our opportunity and he gave it to us. Now I'm going to take it. But first, let's Persona 4 this bitch. Goodbye, Goggle. Dad, I'm glad that you gave me help, but I no longer need it. I'm ready to use Prophecy. Give me that fist bump, Drachma. So, definitive evidence that the Black Moon was dropped on the planet. Here you go. Any old person can drop a little rain, Ramirez. Me? I'll drop the fucking moon. Yeah, wait, both of our eyes work just fine? Yeah, apparently so.
That was fun.
And now it's over. Now you see why I used that sparingly, because, yeah, I don't think the planet could survive that happening over and over again. The ecosystem in Arcadia is already fucked enough without me dropping the moon over and over again. Yeah, what about the collateral damage? Oh, don't worry, the only thing around here is Soltis. If that gets destroyed, it's fine. Okay. Now he's dead. Confusion status for one move. What a gimmick. Yeah, well. He could have had Vice use Rain of Swords. If you had taught Drachma Hand of Fate, he could have instantly killed one of your party members. So he just, again, he didn't use it enough for it to really be a good gimmick. Again, I'm surprised, though. I normally can't get through that fight without him using it like a bunch. So, excuse me. There's enough stars in this galaxy to throw around, yeah, I guess. So what kind of Dragon Ball shit is that? I don't know. He decided to be anime at the end. I guess it makes sense. I was going to say burial at sea, but burial at sky, I suppose. Please, go ahead. Send him off. Alright, Ramirez, rest in peace. Or don't, because I'm throwing you into deep sky, where you will be compressed into the space of a tiny atom because of the extreme gravitational forces down there. Have fun! Yeet! Nice throw, Vice. Holy shit. You're playing Dragon Age 3 again, and at one point you ask an NPC for advice on fighting the big boss, and she's like, well, you already tried dropping a mountain on him, so I'm not sure how much help I can be. Yeah, that's fair. We did yeet the crystal, yep. He's gone. We'll never see him again because this game didn't get a sequel, which is kind of big sad, but, you know, it's fine. And I guess Soltis took enough damage, or maybe Zelos had to be there for the continent to get raised. Point is, it's dropping back down into deep sky, so I guess we don't got to worry about that anymore. There goes the last remnants of the Silver Civilization, with the exception of Fina, so... Yeah, the crystal lands on Vigoro. Oh, God. Just what I don't need. I actually didn't mention that. Well, maybe I did. One of the 3 secrets in the game is the secret boss fight against Vigoro. You fight him when you go back to Crescent Isle after you get 100% completion. And, well, 99% because he's the 100%, so, yeah. We could have been friends in a different life, Ramirez, but, as it turns out, it wasn't this life. We just saved the world, Aka. Don't you want to take a break? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We'll just sail because we're still young. There's still 19 discoveries we haven't seen yet. 20 if you count the 3 secrets. And there's still boss fights to be had out there. So, we got work to do still, Aka. Well, about that. What's that, Fina? We wouldn't have it any other way there, lady. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself. Aw. Yeah, you mentioned he's the same, just roided up. I did mention it. Okay, yeah. Extra HP and stats, and basically if you use the thermo rings, he's... I think if you use the thermo rings, his most powerful attacks can do, like, almost 2,000 damage to you, which is still a lot, but, you know. It's manageable. Yeah, besties, indeed. There is use for green and red. The crystal lands on Deloka. Oh, yeah, there you go. We just used the Gigasus to kill him. I was going to say, I don't know if they can. I mean, Gilder's got the Claudia, Enrique's got all of Valua, and Drachma needs a break, so... His search for the good life, a.k.a. running as far away from Clara as he can get. But joke's on you, Gilder. There are no sky rifts to keep her away from you now. Better hope you can outfit the Claudia to get through the Dark Rift. I think that's for the best, honestly, Drachma. I mean, you got to do your son justice. It's the peace he would have wanted. Speaking of peace, Enrique has a lot of work to do. There won't be peace in Valua until he rebuilds everything with their help, so... Oh yeah, I kind of forgot you guys were here after the whole assault on the Armada. Well, I guess that's a good point. See, I'm with Sentime. I think we need to enjoy the moment. We just saved the whole world. Well, that's a change of pace. I guess I've finally lived up to it in your eyes, huh? You know, that's not a bad idea, Gordo. I think that, I mean, Cupel's gotten to eat today. Why shouldn't the rest of us eat? Yeah, me neither. This is just a sideshow for Gilder. Yeah, pretty much. He's ready for the main gig now. A side quo where you play as Gilder after this game happens? I'd be down for that. Alright, let's head off into the sunset. The kind of place where heroes always go after these adventures happen. But, I mean, is it really out of the ordinary for Skies of Arcadia? It does a lot of cliche things, sure. Hang on, I need to get a thumbnail. But I think it does them well. That's kind of a critique that I'll get into in a second when we get to the credits, but let's get the thumbnail first. There you go. Yeah, the Black Pirates are here. We had them help us with the assault on the Hydra, yep. So. But we're not quite at credits yet, because we gotta go back to Crescent Isle for the party, and there's a little more to do. Like, for example, Enrique needs to get married. They're finally tying the knot, huh? Again, talk about a cultural exchange. Oh boy. These two really hit it off, didn't they? Yay! They're married now. Adventures of Gilder. It could be done by the studio that did the GBA port of Spyro 2. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It was born in the cliche, molded by it. Yeah, good for them, I agree. Nazarad got rebuilt. That's pretty good. I like how they don't have a silver balloon there, but they have every other color. Ixataka looks like it's finally recovering after Value and slavery and the Ixaness demons kidnapping everyone, so that's good. Yeah, fucking finally. Yeah, they finally tied the knot. Yafutoma is just about the same as it always was, except now there's other people there, so that's good. Yafutoma kind of didn't change much over the course of the game, did they? It was pretty well static. By comparison, Valua has a lot to do. Enrique is going to be a very busy man. And as for our three heroes, well, Fina needed to get a new outfit. Oh my god, Cupel, that is perfect. I like Fina's new outfit, though. It matches. It suits her pretty well. And we had to return the Delphinus to Valua, unfortunately, but Vice got a new ship. So now we can use it to go sailing the rest of the skies. I might get this as the thumbnail, too, because this is a pretty good one, so... And end scene. Yeah, dang girl, why didn't you wear that in the game? It would have been great. Yeah, Nazareth isn't fucking destroyed anymore. Yes, it's about time they rebuilt. And that is the game, everybody. That's Skies of Arcadia Legends, the final GameCube project that I'll be doing. I'm going to give my usual monologue here, but you can pay attention to the left half of the screen because it kind of gives us a where are they now for all of the major characters of the game, including our crew members. So, I'm going to have to stop for one of them, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So, I kind of said a lot of what I was about to say in a nutshell just a second ago. Skies of Arcadia is not necessarily a game that does a lot of things that are profound or innovative for the JRPG environment. It was kind of a product of its time, to be honest. It took a lot of the things that were pretty standard for the industry, and it rolled with it. It just said, you know what? I know what I want to do, and I'm going to go do it. I'm going to have a relatively lighthearted adventure with some serious moments. I'm going to have relatively simple battle mechanics that people can get into. I mean, the ship battles were a little bit different, but it was mostly, you know, there wasn't a whole lot that was super innovative about it. But I'm not going to say that that's a bad thing. Here's the thing. At the turn of the millennium, a lot of JRPGs were trying to differentiate themselves from each other by doing wonky, weird, innovative, quote-unquote, things with their combat systems to make them more obscure and obtuse. They were trying to be profound with their stories to show that video games could be more than just a medium for gameplay. It can be an experience like the movies. And Skies of Arcadia decided, you know what? I don't need to do all that. I know what I want to do. I want to be a relatively bog-standard JRPG because in the sea of other JRPGs that were trying to do something different, Skies of Arcadia, I think, in a way, withstands the test of time better because it knows what it wants to do, and it does it well. So, I mean, it's got... The battle system is simple, but it's good. The music is fantastic, even though it's pretty well par for the course for this point. The fact that this was on the Dreamcast actually helped it quite a bit because they could use a symphonic orchestra for the background music of this game rather than synthesized instruments, which is really nice. It makes the music of the game very, very strong. And it's, again, some of the tracks are some of my favorites on the system, so it's pretty good. I mean, the characters don't really develop in a huge way across the whole game. A lot of them confront the different things that happen across the story in the same way that they did at the beginning of the game, especially in Vice's case. It's why I have to highlight Beliza and Drachma in particular, because they're the two characters that I think developed the most over the course of the game. Beliza had to confront the fact that her way of doing things would not work to stop Galcian, and she gave her life to stop him in a very heroic self-sacrifice. As for Drachma, well, he realized after essentially seeing his son in Vice, a little of his son in Vice, he realized that Rachnam was just kind of there. He wasn't trying to be his son's killer. He wasn't trying to be evil. He was just there. And he had a rather tragic backstory because he was controlled and manipulated by the Glacians. So I think that Drachma realizing that his quest for revenge was not the answer, and then finally coming to terms with it near the end of the game, is kind of an interesting thing for him, and it makes him a very powerful character in my eyes. Robinson got really, really busy, like I said, and there's my good boy. He's gonna sail with us forever. That's just great. It's funny, because I got to Drachma before we actually got to the Where Are We Now here. I was kind of hoping I'd get to it there, but because there's something very particular I have to say about it. What happens to him after the game is over. We're getting there. Okay, good luck, Clara. Oh boy. So our heroes joined Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, and were never relevant again, yeah. Something like that. But yeah, so I think that... Okay, here we go. There's Drachma. Yeah, and that's the end of his arc, because after the battle's over, he dies. He gets closure because he dies a happy fisherman, but he's just starting to get his life back on track, and he just dies. And it's tragic, and it's kind of sad, but honestly, I can't think of his character really ending in any more poetic of a way, so Godspeed to you, Drachma. You did really well for me. As for our heroes, a young boy had a dream, a young girl had passion, a mysterious stranger had a mission, and the world will forever know their story. The King of Rogues and his two girlfriends. As long as there are dreamers who have the courage to pursue their dreams, the world will have heroes. And as long as there is a thirst to discover the unknown, there will be new stories to tell and new adventures to be had. But not in this universe. If you want to see Vice-Aka and Fina again, you gotta go to Valkyria Chronicles. How did they get to anime World War II? I have no fucking idea. I've never played Valkyria Chronicles. But that's it. The end. Very solid game. I think we went out on a bang with this one for my final GameCube project. It's pretty good. I enjoy it quite a bit. Despite the fact that, you know, it never got a sequel, which would have been nice. I mean, I guess it depends really on what they did with the sequel, but it's a solid game, all things considered, and I'm kind of glad that I could show it to everybody, because from what I understand, it didn't sell very well, so that's probably why it didn't get a sequel. It only sold like a little bit in the US. I think they only printed like 15,000 units or something in the US. So I count myself as a little bit blessed because I managed to get one of those small number of copies in a bargain bin for like $10. So that's kind of nice. It worked out for the best because now I could bring it to all of you so you could see that there is a lot of merit to the game. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm glad that I could bring it to all of you. Let me take a look at what I missed in chat, and then we'll call it a day. JRPG characters don't change clothes until they get a character arc. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Now that looks great. Yeah, good luck, Clara. Jiggle, jiggle. Oh, boy. Yeah, Khalifa grew tired of knowing everything. Yeah, so she decided to take the glasses off and throw away the crystal ball. So, fucking man. He was ancient. Yeah, he was ancient. So, I mean, it makes sense that he would eventually die, but it's just kind of sad for him to have all of this stuff happen and him finally be starting to get his life on track, and it just cuts off, you know? So, but again, I don't think I could see him having another end. So, he's my favorite character in the game, though. Like, Beliza is really good, but Drachma's the best. He's he's just the best. Let's just put it that way. He's one of my favorites. So, yeah, I'm glad I could bring it to everybody so that we could all take a look at it. So, I don't know, the world's been discovered. I mean, it has, but there are still discoveries to be made. I didn't make all of them, so, and I'm sure there's more to be had. I mean, Pinta's gonna go to the moons. That was his Where Are They Now. He's gonna visit the moon someday, so there's plenty more to discover. So, borrowed your copy from a friend and never played it or returned it. Nice, someday. Yes, I'm glad everybody appreciated it. Thank you for coming to the stream so that we could see it all to the end. Pretty sure it was more than 15,000. Yeah, I mean, it might be. I'd have to look. That's just the number I got off the top of my head, but I'd have to look. It definitely didn't sell well, though, so that's probably, again, why it didn't have a sequel. Fucking Alfonso gets the last laugh after all. I may have gone to the grave, but I still look fabulous doing it. If the game ever did get a remaster, I'd want, like... I don't know who I'd want to play Alfonso in there. I know I'd want Clancy Brown to play Drachma. That would be, like, the best. But yeah, that's it for Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition. We didn't do everything, but I enjoyed everything that we did, and I hope all of you did as well. And I'm glad that I got to show this game off, because it's a nice little gem that I've had tucked away for a while, so it's nice to kind of finally pull it out and, you know, show it to the world. If you want Pirates in Space, try Rogue Galaxy on the PS2. I've heard of Rogue Galaxy, actually. I'll have to go check it out and see what it's all about, so... Conqueror would like to imagine Drachma died, like, really old and content on his fishing boat. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one, so... Yeah, it was a nice, comfy ride besides the genocide, yeah. Jesus fuck, Marie says. Is that in regards to Rogue Galaxy? Someone's being recommended in playing Somnium Files? I don't know what that is, but sounds interesting. Alright, well, that's going to be it for me. I'm actually going to take next week off from streaming for a little mental health break and to prep for my next project, because my next project will be going over a whole bunch of the suggested projects that were given to me before I took my break back in 2020. There are 6 projects that I'm going to be doing, so the next 6 stream-throughs are going to be just projects that were suggested to me by people. And once we get through with that, honestly, I'll probably be moving on to PS3 projects, because my PS3 is going to go eventually as well. So I'll have to fix that little thing before it becomes a problem. But that's it for Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the game. I will see all of you, not next week, but the week after, when we start a new project. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Yeah, gotta use them before they kick the bucket. That's the idea.